Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We are running late.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, this is Wooberg XYZ. We are bringing you Legacy tonight from MTG Card Market. My name is Greg Schaefer.
I'm Phil Silverman.
And we were just playtesting for 2 hours, so that's why we're late.
Yep, we messed up.
Yeah, but so our players just started. We have Mud versus Grixis Control, so we're going to jump right down to the game.
I'm excited to see Mud. I love Mud.
So it looks like all we missed was a turn 1 probe into Cabal Therapy, hitting Wurmcoil Engine.
Wurmcoil Engine.
Yeah.
Legacy staple Wurmcoil Engine, always showing up.
Yeah. So notably, Rich did not have the turn 1 Chalice on 1.
Unfortunate, because it's pretty absurd in this matchup.
And it would have stopped both spells that Kyle played that turn.
Yes, it would. Instead, we have to settle for a measly turn 2 Glimmer Post into a Metalworker.
Yeah. Metalworker is probably the coolest card in the Mud deck.
Yeah.
If I had to pick.
It lets you do the most explosive stuff. But of course, it's going to eat the dust immediately, which is really great for Kyle. Letting that card live, leads to pretty bad things.
Forkbolt's pretty terrible against Mud, except specifically Metalworker.
Yeah.
Of course, he drew another, so you know.
But it looks like Rich's hand is just mostly lands.
It does.
He's just got like a pile of lands and then another Metalworker. Gosh, keep up with all these stinking Ancient Tomb activations. Kyle, maybe he can Snapcaster back this Forkbolt or something of that ilk. It looks like he does have Pyromancer, so if he can cast a spell, he can flash back that therapy for value. But it looks like he's just going to get rid of Metalworker while he still can.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he knows probably all but one card in Rich's hand at this point.
The utility of Metalworker runs out pretty quickly here because he's going to have a decent chunk of mana.
Yeah.
He doesn't. So are those? Which post is in play right now?
Glimmer Post.
So the gain life.
Yes, he's gained a bunch of life off his lands thus far.
And they are not cloud posts.
No, they are not. We do see a Staff of Domination, though.
Excellent.
Staff of Domination is sweet. Speaking of sweet cards.
Sweet with Metalworker, so I guess it was good Kyle killed it.
Yeah, Staff is pretty broken with Metalworker in particular.
Yeah, you need, what, 3 artifacts in hand to go infinite?
Yes, I believe. Wow, this got all sorts of messed up.
Yeah.
This always does this.
Overlay needs a little help sometimes.
A little revival.
Yeah.
It just freaks out sometimes.
It does.
Only sometimes, though.
When you switch to it for the first time.
Yeah.
It's very odd.
Oop, we did forget the timer though.
You know.
Doing our best. I'd
say I forget the timer 90% of the time if I'm manning the controls.
That's why it's my job to at least let you know what's going on.
Last Wednesday I cast with Gabby for Modern, and I think I remembered it once, and I was proud of myself.
I'm glad you were proud.
Yeah. I think I did a decent job.
You came prepared. It started at 48 already. Everyone's ready for us.
Excellent.
Hello, everyone in the chat, by the way. Welcome.
Yeah, hello, guys.
Sorry for the slightly late start. We are stupid.
Yeah.
There's really no other explanation.
We were playtesting for the Invitational.
Yes,
where we're going to do... Probably going to go 4-4. Miss day 2.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
If
you're lucky?
Yeah. Would you like that, or would you like to 5-3 and then miss cash?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's worse.
It's not great.
Yeah.
We've done that.
Okay.
All right, so we see a Thought Scour from Kyle netting a token. Let's see what else he's got here. Looks like he's... Oh, this looks like a Tassir.
It does. Looks like he's delving all but...
The therapy.
Yeah. Which obviously plays well with Young Pyromancer.
I don't think he knows any cards in Rich's hand, and it's hard to determine what you would even name in this situation, given that he has 6 mana and he elected to cast a 3-drop.
Right.
Ooh, I think Rich drew a sweet one. Looks like he drew Cavernous Souls. I'd imagine this is on
whatever he's about to play.
Yeah, he was taking 4.
That suggests to me more mana being tapped.
Oh, it's definitely on Worm.
Yep.
And there's a Wurmcoil Engine, and Kyle's already in trouble now.
It's creature type Worm.
Yeah, it's definitely creature type Worm.
Nice. Hello, Nasty Nick in the comments. Also, Gibbous and Benjamin.
Welcome.
And we are glad to be bringing Legacy to you guys as well, of course.
Yeah, it's great.
Every Thursday.
Yeah.
Some Mondays.
Yeah. We're trying,
Yeah.
We're doing our best.
We have lives sometimes.
Let's not go crazy.
Yeah, you kind of do.
I would say you have more of a life than I do at this juncture.
At this juncture.
Well, the good news for Kyle is that it's going to be tough to for Rich to actually kill Kyle with this Wormcoil engine. The bad news is that he's going to be once his Brainstorm resolves. I think he's going to be on 2 cards.
Right.
And he's going to have to. I don't know if he has any ways to actually kill Wormcoil without just throwing a bunch of guys in front of it. Which is not the best way.
Not
to deal with that
ideal.
card. No, you really want to be just obviously casting a spell to kill it.
Card seems extraordinarily tough for Kyle to beat.
I'd imagine that he maybe has like access to a Murderous Cut. Do you think?
Maybe, but still.
Yeah, it's still not great.
Not having white answers to it is rough.
Yeah, but Wormcoil is such an interesting card in that aspect. Like, it's completely. It's like it can be pretty miserable against any deck with access to Swords to Plowshares.
Yeah.
But it's such an insane beating against these decks. Like, even though he can chump block it with elemental tokens forever, there's just no way Rich can race him. This looks like a pretty clear Lightning Bolt representation, though.
Yeah.
Do you block if you're Rich?
I think.
It's like tempting to trade, but I don't know if your 3/3s can actually beat Young Pyromancer.
Right.
I'd be tempted to just take this and just start attacking back.
Sure.
We'll see what Rich decides to do here. This is definitely a close call because Kyle is clearly representing the Lightning Bolt.
I guess the attack back. Kyle doesn't really have great blocks other than throwing everything.
Yeah, which he might even do.
He might, but Rich could also he could use Staff offensively, right? You can tap a permanent, or is it only untap?
Let's just refresh ourselves with this.
Tap target creature, yeah, if you wanted. So he could tap down the Snapcaster, so it would be unlikely that Kyle could even produce enough power to trade with the Wormcoil.
He does. I think he can. Well, now he definitely can.
Okay. I guess Kyle can block with an Elemental and bolt it to Fog.
Yeah.
And then crack back for too much.
That seems like a pretty reasonable play.
Rich. So it looks like Rich took 4 there.
Yes.
He did not block. And not blocking there screams that you have to attack.
Yeah, if you're not going to be blocking, then you're almost certainly going to be attacking.
Ooh, Chalice on 1
that
really screws up Kyle's plan.
That is a great draw for Rich.
Yeah.
Now it's really safe to attack.
It completely wrecks the Lightning Bolt plan.
I think if you're Kyle, you just have to toss the bolt at his face now.
Probably.
You have to just adjust for what's going to go on here. Otherwise, that bolt's just dead forever. And he also gets to shuffle away. I believe he put a Forcible on top, which is pretty clearly horrible at this point. We'll see what else he can do.
Cook the 4th. What's up in chat? Gibbous, I'm sorry that Twitch keeps dying on you. Hopefully it's not on our end.
We're not dropping any frames.
You say that all the time, and I
not quite sure what it means.
I don't say anything usually to make it seem as if I know what that means. At least I'm not actively questioning what it means.
Good, I'm glad.
Yeah, until now. All right, so the Lightning Bolt hit Rich in the face in response. Made a lot of tokens.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Rich is going to go up to 12 from no blocks here.
I think this is a lethal attack from Kyle if he just takes this. Or,
is it Exaxes?
I believe it's more. Well, no, because Rich can just tap down the Tasigur.
Yes. He can also gain 1 life.
He does take 2 to do that. We'll see what Kyle decides to do. I don't think I'm too interested in blocking if I'm Kyle, honestly. But I think he's gonna go about this differently. He's gonna throw all the elementals and the Snapcaster in front. It is gonna be tough. Beating the staff going long is definitely gonna be tough.
Yeah.
All right, so Rich gonna gain 6. Gonna get 2 3/3s, one with Death Touch, one with Lifelink.
Big Fat makes a very good point. He can untap the Wormcoil.
Yeah, just on defense. Yeah, that's pretty excellent as well.
Staff.
That's actually probably
insane here.
Yeah, probably the best thing he could do.
That's awesome.
And if Kyle doesn't have any good attacks, Rich can just draw a card.
Peculiar Pelican asks if there's any Omnitel in the room tonight.
I don't believe
Based
so.
on past weeks, I would have to assume that there's at least one.
We've had nights where we've had 3 or 4 Omnitel.
Yeah,
players.
out of 10 people,
which is kind of
30% of the room.
Yeah, which is great.
So we assume there's one. Not confirmed. We'll try to take a closer look after this match finishes.
Yeah, I know we have at least. I'm assuming Tone's playing Esper Stoneblade.
Mm-hmm.
We have. What's Nathan playing? Painter, I think.
Probably. He's been playing it for a month or so.
This is where things are going to get awkward for Kyle. He's going to activate this Tasigur, and Rich is just going to give him any 1-drop. Probably Cabal Therapy. That's probably the single worst 1-drop.
Other decks we might know in the room. I assume that Ned is playing Bug Delver. It might be presumptuous.
So this is at least interesting. Kyle can still cast this Bolt.
Yeah.
And start making tokens.
Yep.
So like the 1-drops, they're never gonna be anything more than like a 1-mana Sens enlistment.
Yeah.
But that's pretty good against these tokens.
Yeah, they might be able to grind out the 3/3 tokens. I mean, it's tough with the staff though.
Yeah.
Like Rich is just gaining a life at the end of the turn.
I think I would be interested in. I think I would rather draw a card in that scenario and try and dig a little deeper in the deck. It's close though.
It's all just a matter of time until he hits another gas spell. Like, I mean, whenever you draw Forge Master,
oh yeah,
the game's just over. Like,
or a second Wormcoil engine.
Whatever.
Uncounterable.
So, there's at least 3 in the deck.
At least, yeah, we've seen 3 Wormcoils thus far.
There are 2 in the graveyard and 1 in play.
Goodness. I mean, if you had a tough time against the first 2, why not?
It's a great way to beat the non-white fair decks.
Yeah,
like
and decks with Lightning Bolt in general.
Yeah. Swords to Plowshares is really good against Mud in general. If they, assuming they don't have the turn 1 Chalice.
Yes.
But if you're clicking on all cylinders, you're gonna have the Chalice on 1, and then Wormcoil is gonna be insane.
Yeah. So we're going to see Kyle Bolt, Rich remembering his trigger of Chalice of the Void. Note it is a trigger.
Yep.
It is a very missable trigger.
Yeah. I think that's the Death Touch one. It's the darker art, so I believe that's the Death Touch.
This is the real challenge we have to deal with.
Yeah.
I definitely can't read that.
I'm like 95% sure that he attacked with the Death Touch one.
So there's no blocks there?
Yeah.
Kyle going to go to 13. I mean, this is gonna be a grind, but I'm assuming that the top deck war is gonna have to favor Rich here.
Yeah.
Like these tokens are gonna be good, but if Rich just insists on drawing creatures,
yeah,
it's gonna be just fine for him. Let's give him back a Taxian Probe.
Gibbous is talking about trying to grind to get enough open points to qualify for the New Jersey Invitational.
Ooh.
And they're talking about playing 2 IQs coming up.
Sure.
I would presume that they're in the East Coast if they're going to the New Jersey Invitational.
I'd imagine.
There's a lot more IQs there.
Yes.
Also, I'd recommend like regionals and states whenever those come around again, because those are really easy ways to pick up a good chunk of points.
Pretty bountiful points-wise.
Yeah, like very generous. Like top 16 is 4 points or something.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So off in the glare area, Rich has tapped his City of Traders and cast Grim Monolith.
Okay.
That is the hidden card there.
More mana.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it lets them, do something more with this Staff of Domination.
Right.
But that's fine. I wonder what he'll decide to attack with here.
Everything.
I like that Rich gave Kyle Gitaxian Probe that time and not Bolt. Giving him a sorcery seems much better than giving him an instant. We'll see.
Absolutely.
It looks like Rich is trying to decide what to attack with. These are tough attacks here.
Attacking with everything is not unreasonable since you have staff to
Yeah.
untap Wormcoil.
Yeah, being able to just give your Wormcoil pseudo haste seems pretty excellent.
Yep.
So tapping the Grim Monolith,
I
tapping
mean pseudo vigilance.
pseudo vigilance. Looks like we're going to be tapping down the Tasigur here,
Sure.
and then swinging with the team. Let's see what Kyle does here.
That's probably the most aggressive play.
Yeah.
But you're gaining so much life, you're not really gonna get punished.
Yeah. So it looks. Oh, it was Brainstorm that he gave him back. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
a
mean,
couple
Rich
tokens.
Rich is gaining 9 life here and going back to 20.
Seems great.
Yeah. Seems insane.
Kyle's just going to be able to. I mean, Kyle's going to stave off these attacks for a while.
Yep.
Until Rich, basically until Rich draws another good spell, like a big spell.
Yes.
Anything like I don't know if there are 4 Wormcoils or anything like that, but
Yeah.
I don't know, Forge Master, Spine of Ishsaw.
Yep.
Maybe there's like a Contagion Engine lurking in there.
Sometimes there is. Sometimes there's Steel Hellkite.
Oh, Hellkite is an absolute beating. So it looks like we're going to see Rich gaining 9, Kyle taking 3.
Yep.
So Rich going up to 20 and Kyle going down to 10 here.
Other hits could be Sundering Titan, perhaps.
Yeah, Sundering Titan. Just blow up your 3 dual lands.
Yep.
Leave you with a couple of islands.
And you get to leave yourself with a 7/10.
Not the worst.
Not bad.
Look.
The 7/10 split.
Well,
It's one of the best deck names ever.
Thank you. Kyle immediately tapping 2 blue and exiling a bunch of 1-drops. So I believe we have a dig through time coming up.
Sure.
And a couple more Pyromancer tokens on the way.
That is not countered by Chalice on 1.
No, it is not. Nor on 2.
Yep.
Need the old Chalice on 8 for that one.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I think. I mean, would you think it's more bullshit the fact that you can pay overdelve for Thalia.
Oh, that's utter bullshit.
Yeah, that drives me crazy, doesn't it?
Yes.
I think it's pretty delightful.
I would call those shenanigans.
See what Kyle finds here. Oh, we see a bunch of 1-drops. A third Pyromancer is actually pretty excellent.
Main deck Pyroblast, pretty good here.
Ooh, we see it looks like he's reaching for... Yeah, pretty excellent.
What are the best cards even in his deck anymore? Like,
I think that he found 2 of the best ones, which was third Pyromancer, Dig Through Time.
okay.
So he's just going to be able to generate as many tokens as his heart desires.
I don't know if he can ever beat this lifelink.
I don't know if he can either. I mean, he's going to be able to eventually trade through this. Like, the staff is what worries me the most.
Yes.
All right, here's third Pyromancer. Hitting land drops is also pretty good. Letting him, like, if he gets to, like, double activating Tassiger mode.
Yeah.
So you swing for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a big chunk, but doesn't outrace the
I wonder if Rich is playing Trading Post. That would be pretty good here.
Trading Post. I agree. Trading Post would be great.
Is one of the modes on Trading Post like return an artifact from your graveyard to your hand?
Yes.
Because that seems good with looping worm coils.
Yes, it does. Oh, do we see an untap? Oh, yeah. So he paid 1 to untap his staff
Yeah.
and then untapped his worm coil.
Yeah.
I do not think Kyle was aware of this interaction. Frankly, I was unaware of it until just now.
Yeah. We're not staff experts.
No, we are not. All right, Kyle fetching here in response. I'd imagine this is a dig through time.
Why not?
I don't think there's much he could do to...
There's nothing good to hit, I don't think.
No.
I think if he whiffs on this, he might scoop.
I doubt there's a Slaughter Pact lurking in his deck.
I
That'd be pretty
highly
good.
doubt it.
It's just not black creature, right?
Yeah.
We'll see what he wants to do here. I don't know the point of digging in response, though. Yeah, just letting it die seems fine. I also messed up life totals. He actually took... So did that a little
So he's
fast.
gaining 6 and taking 4 there?
God, yeah, so it's actually just going to 20. Saying it. Unreal.
Yeah.
Because he took 2 off the Ancient Tomb. So he stays at the same life total.
Mark would be so happy right now.
Yeah, this is just Mark's, like, dream.
Yeah. Anyone who's unaware, our stream overlord and creator...
Did he oh my God.
That's a Platinum Empyrean. Our stream overlord is a avid Mud player.
Yes.
So
Mud lover.
he hates the post mana base though. He really dislikes it.
And, oh yeah, because he plays like man lands, right?
Yeah. He's very scared of planeswalkers like Jace.
Yeah. Jace is quite good against this deck.
Yep. And this is an attack.
That is one of Kyle's best. Kyle does have Jace in his deck,
Yeah.
I believe, so that'd be pretty strong.
Yeah, just to sort of hide out behind the tokens and then bounce the worm tokens.
So this is going to be interesting. If Kyle decides that that he doesn't want like those Force of Wills there, ooh, Baleful Strix.
Dak Faden.
Woo! Wow. Woo! Forgot about Dak.
Yeah.
Greatest thief in the multiverse.
Okay, so that's the best card in this deck against this matchup.
Wow, I forgot about Dak Faden.
I did too. There's only one.
Guys, this is not vintage. There's a Dak Faden.
I think there's one Dak and one Jace.
Yeah, I think that's a split I've seen. I think the original deck had 2 Daks in it, but that was when Treasure Cruise was legal.
Yeah.
Wow, Dak Faden. That's nice.
Wow. Yeah.
So
we forgot about that.
That's lifelink, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So unless those are not in the graveyard, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I think that's Death Touch, honestly.
I think so.
Because I think Kyle would have traded with the lifelink one first.
Yeah.
To stop him from gaining life. We're giving Kyle the benefit of the doubt here.
Yeah.
All right. I think that Platinum Empyrean is going to be on the other side of the table in a second.
Yeah, that's probably the one you take.
Right? I mean, let's give Platinum Empyrean. Oh my goodness, Platinum Empyrean. When Platinum Angel's too tiny, have an 8/8.
The second activation, the second minus of Dak is going to be the brutal one.
I don't think we're going to get to that far. I mean, we'll see, but I'm pretty sure this is just going to come down and steal that Empyrean right away.
And he can get in for... Well, he needs to leave some stuff back.
I mean, he can...
You have to protect the Dak, I would assume.
I mean, the Mud deck plays... Does the Mud deck actually play removal?
No, but they have...
Spine?
Or they have staff in play to tap blockers.
Ah, yes. So you probably... You could just not attack with anything.
Yeah. Probably you have to.
Kyle's
taking Worm Coil. It does not untap.
No, it does not.
Want us to go tell him?
Yeah.
It's definitely relevant. Alright. Kyle gaining a life here. Infer, it would definitely be more fun for us to just guess at things, I think. Thank you, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
We've been told to search the arts on the tokens.
No.
Yeah, that's basically what I said.
refuse. All right. Let's see. How do you feel about taking Wormcoil here? You think it's fine?
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, this way Rich can't really attack with Platinum Imperium, but I don't know if he needs to.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle's kind of just threatening to, like, wait around and eventually steal the Platinum Imperium, I think.
Yeah, you just have to tick up again,
Yeah.
and then minus.
Looks like Rich drew a Cloud Post off that activation. Look, I get we're on a computer. I'm not doing it. I'm not looking it up.
Alright, trigger on 3 Pyromancers.
Sweet God. What was
Probably
that?
one of the best brainstorms.
Brainstorm, let it get countered, make 3 1/1s. Perfect. Perfect brainstorm. I wonder if Kyle's got to be, well, probably not that close to running out of lands at that point. I'm sure that Scalding Tarn still has targets.
Yeah.
I think
it's getting close.
I think what Kyle is most worried about at this point is decking himself.
It might be. I mean, if Rich finds Spine, it's problematic.
Yeah, Spine's not great.
Because he does have to actually kill this Platinum Empyrean
Yes, he does.
to win.
Kyle right now deciding if he wants to attack with this Wormcoil engine. I don't love that.
Why?
That's because that line on Platinum Imperium.
Oh, so there's no incentive.
Nope.
So just...
If you're
Okay.
rich, you just say take it.
Yeah.
Life total doesn't change. There it is.
Yep.
Kyle clearly, I think, confusing it for...
It's not Platinum Angel.
Yeah, Platinum Angel. On the plus side, Rich actually can't attack back, which is great
Yep.
for Kyle. I think this is a Cabal Therapy here.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Cabal Therapy, you
It is 3 tokens.
make 3 tokens.
And it's actually make 5 tokens.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Gets countered. And then he's going to sack 1, flash it back, make 3 more guys.
Yeah, why not?
All right, 9 elementals. I haven't seen triple Pyromancer in a
Is
while.
that 9 or is that 6?
That is 9 total.
Okay.
6 and this.
Oh, okay.
That is a
That
6
is a
there.
6,
There is
okay.
not a 9 on a 6-sided die.
Well, maybe if you turned it enough times.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert.
I'm not either.
All right, we'll see what Rich draws here. If he did in fact draw, yeah, he does have Cloud Post in his hand, and he has Vesuva.
Okay.
Cloud Post is actually pretty good here. It's gonna just like be an efficient way to activate his staff, but I guess he's sort of on infinite mana as it is.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't want to tap the Ancient Tombs at this point, if possible.
Well, his life total can't change.
Oh, sorry. He doesn't give a shit.
You're on top of it. You're on top of it all right now.
I really am. I'm keeping up.
Ancient Tomb is great with Platinum
Yeah.
Empyrean. It's just Soul Ring.
You know, I've never had that interaction come up. For some reason, I've never seen that.
All right, we see Rich playing Lodestone Golem here.
Sure.
And then he's gonna play Cloud Post, sacking his City of Traders.
I presume that becomes another... Oh, he still has the Vesuva in his hand, right?
Yes, he has not played Vesuva yet.
Next turn, he will have another Cloud Post.
I think he might. It's like tempting to copy Glimmer Post for. Nope, life total can't change.
Yeah.
It's tempting to copy Glimmer Post if you want to do nothing.
Right.
Maybe
then Kyle will get to point to the Platinum Imperium.
Yeah. Interesting. Rich is deciding not to play his Trinisphere.
Sure.
Which is a little interesting. It lets him untap and gain 2 life, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Or gain 1. Oh, never mind. Can't. You can gain life and it won't do anything.
I don't know.
I think playing Trinisphere is probably a little better in that case. This is going to be a little tough for Rich, though. I don't know if he can ever beat the Stack Fade, and once it seals in Platinum Imperium.
Probably not.
Yeah, he's just... I think this is a little aggressive on Kyle's part. I think I want to keep Dak.
Why?
And so I think it'll be very important. Well, maybe this game will just end. Maybe Rich can just never win, and I'm being greedy here. I really want Dak to just stay in play.
Yeah. I mean, it can keep doing cool stuff, but if Rich drew... if he drew Spine that turn, then it was just going to look like... It was going to look horribly greedy for Kyle to keep it in play.
So it looks like we have an attack for 6, putting Rich down to 20, and Kyle up to 15.
You can't take damage.
Oh, we're way past turn 5. This is the grindiest of the grind.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Rich is going to scoop him up. Wow. That deck fade and basically did everything Kyle
The
wanted there.
Sweetest Legacy games are usually like 20 turns long, right?
Yeah. Even like playing combo decks,
Yeah.
like playing like these really long matches are really fun to me.
Killing with Storm on turn 10 because you just like...
Had to beat several counterbalances.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great. Or just like you've been himmed multiple times, and like your opponent just like hasn't drawn a creature.
Yeah.
I'm
You
a
just
fan
rebuild.
of that. Yeah, you just like work your way through it.
Or if you play Death and Taxes and you have to play that many turns because your clock is so anemic.
Oh yeah,
you
it's
have full
adorable.
control of the game, but you know it takes like 20 turns.
Okay, so
What did we see coming in there?
I saw Phyrexian Revoker, which
Just for deck.
I think so. I think Rich is playing a little afraid of this deck. A couple Tormod
That's the
scripts.
thing. The deck is weak to Planeswalkers. You
Yeah,
know?
it is very weak to Planeswalkers. But he was boarding in a Steel Hellkite. Hellkite is definitely at the front of his sideboard.
Yeah.
I don't know if Kyle has too much relevant stuff. He has. Looks like he found a Vendilion Click. There's probably. I almost just said Kolaghan's Command, but I assume that Kolaghan's Command's not there. What sort of
I
like?
think there might be one.
You think so?
Maybe.
What sort of artifact destruction do you think he would play? Like maybe not Smash Smithereens.
No.
Maybe Shattering Spree.
Yeah, Shattering Street, probably.
Spree is great because it still gets around.
Gets around Chalice.
Yeah.
The replicate.
Yeah.
The copies aren't subject to the countering.
You are not casting them.
Yeah.
They do not get countered.
They just go on the stack.
So I think that's got to be one of the best cards if he has access to that. I didn't really see what was in his sideboard, and these Grixis decks vary a lot. It's
Yep.
such a high card pool. He has Engineered Explosives. That's definitely a very good one.
Yeah.
Although, oh no, never mind. I was gonna say that you can't. No, I was gonna say something stupid. Never mind. It's great against Chalice. You just cast it, throw it out there for 0, blow it
Yeah.
up. It's not really great against the other card in Rich's deck.
Nope.
Like, especially because like if he if he plays Trinisphere after the Chalice, then you actually can't destroy the Chalices with explosives because you have to pay mana. Unless he just like happens to have 3 Wastelands where he's like all colorless mana. It's like the interaction of like Thalia and Engineered Explosives, where if you say it for 1, but you have to pay 2 mana,
Right.
or something like that. So it gets 2 counters, what have you.
Hello, Peb in the chat. Also, Emgrin put a Parfait Mud link in.
Parfait.
It's been a while since I've interacted with Parfait. Aside from eating.
Let's take a
Parfait.
look.
So we're checking out this list real quick here.
Everybody loves Parfait. Strange Legacy.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Everyone who likes sweet decks should click on this link.
Definitely lead with the 4 Ugin description.
My goodness. There's one trading post.
So it's Mud with Ugin.
Yeah, there's 4 Worm Coils, there's a Platinum here. This actually looks very close to the deck that Rich is playing. But it just has 4 Ugins.
Yeah, why not? Card sweet.
Spine in the board, Ratchet Bomb, Ensnaring Bridge, Thorns.
So what is being cut down in this?
Ooh,
Mud
most
list?
importantly, there's an Uba Mask there.
Sure.
1 staff.
It's pretty.
There's still Lightning Greaves.
So I think they might have trimmed some other bits of the top end. So like, there's
Yeah.
no spine in the main deck.
Yeah, like a few of the goofier sideboard, like expensive cards are on the
a few
sideboard.
of the tutor targets aren't there.
No Steel Hellkite.
Right, no Steel Hellkite, no Platinum Angel. There's sometimes that.
Still Blight, still Colossus.
Yeah,
That's a deck Mark would definitely love.
yeah, we should show him that 4 Ugin deck.
Well, I'm sure he'd be into it.
Make him happy.
Let's see what else we got here. Is that a Hearthstone? No, it's World of Warcraft Dragon. Okay. Kyle up his first game. All right, Rich on the play.
Yep.
We got an Ancient Tomb, into Grim Monolith, into Metalworker.
Yep.
Average first turn.
That's a good first turn.
Ooh, there's a Shatter. Rakdos Charm.
Shatter? Oh, Rakdos Charm.
Yeah, not actual Shatter. Rakdos Charm's a nice one.
It's pretty good.
Do you like it more or less than Kolaghan's Command?
Probably less. What are the other modes that would be relevant?
Exile
and
Graveyard.
Okay.
But I don't know if you like. I don't know what deck you would board that in where that's relevant. Like maybe Storm.
The Exile and Graveyard?
Oh, I could see boarding it against some Stoneforge Mystic decks.
Some.
I think it is 2 mana. Two is definitely better than better than 3 in that regard, you know.
It's
But
also kind of better than 1.
oh my goodness, Rich is definitely playing this deck. Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
All right.
We found the Ugin.
Thank you for the link, guys.
I think Kyle missed. Wait, can he cast? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4,
What would you name
5,
there?
6, 7. We are 1 mana away from casting Ugin this turn.
Oh my
nope,
God.
he can cast Ugin this turn, right?
Well, it taps for 8 itself, right?
No.
Oh, he only has 3 artifacts.
But
Oh, he has 2 more mana. Yup.
he's gonna activate this Metalworker.
Yeah, probably. So
Or
he has
Platinum Empyrean.
He
Yeah,
has a
he's
hard
choosing-
choice here. I might lead with the Platinum Empyrean.
Oh, just jam Ugin.
All right,
No.
that seems like that's what he's going for too.
Ugin's great. Does Ugin resolve? Great. I
Imagine
win.
that it is bolting Kyle and Z-Face.
Oh my goodness.
This is slightly explosive.
Welcome to Legacy, where your opponent casts turn 2 Ugin.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Metalworker's a sweet card when it sticks around.
This is friggin' awesome.
This is the reason to play Mud.
Yeah, right here. Like, your opponents are just sitting there like casting Cabal Therapy and like Brainstorm. And
I
you're just
finally
like,
get it.
Ugin. Yeah, it finally makes sense to me. Kyle missed his second land drop, so I think we can just chalk this game up.
Well, you probably play the Platinum Empyrean this turn.
I agree. You probably do. I will reveal 5 artifacts.
Yeah.
Or 4 artifacts.
Doesn't even have to take damage.
I actually don't think you play Platinum Empyrean here. I think I'd rather play Lodestone Golem. With Kyle, on 1 land.
All right, Kyle, I could see that game. Maybe a little premature there.
You think?
Maybe.
You think it's premature to scoot to the turn 2 Ugin?
I think he should have shown us a few more turns.
I cannot agree with that. I can definitely not agree with that statement.
Mgrin or Nasty Nick, I think Mgrin found it that list that he posted in the chat. He or she posted in the chat. There's another stream called South Florida Magic. They stream Sundays.
They do.
And they have they do a really good job with their legacy coverage.
Shout out to South Florida Magic.
Yeah, they shout us out. We have a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, we're like the only people who show legacy.
Yeah,
Everyone.
SCG got out of the market.
I mean, yeah,
except for this weekend.
Yeah, got a few friends playing it, and our very own Nathan Mullins is actually flying out.
Really?
Well, he that's where his like family lives.
Oh, okay. So
right
it's
around
a
Worcester.
good excuse.
Yeah, he's just like gonna be. I think he's like is able to do the old 2-for-1 trip. I don't know if you've done this before. You're like. This is I would say an insidious thing that Magic players do.
Satisfy familial obligations and play Magic.
Yeah, familial or friendship based. You're like, oh, I want to go visit you. And then you just like end up going to play in a Grand Prix as well.
I have not done that yet.
I've done it before.
Yeah,
it'll
happen.
I went for the Grand Prix, the team Grand Prix in Providence. I definitely like went out to visit all my friends in Boston, and then that weekend
disappeared.
like my college. I hung out with my college friends.
Yeah,
and I came out early in the week, hung out with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the weekend, I hung out with my Magic friends from Boston at the Grand Prix. It was great. I don't know if you ever played in a Team GP, but it's great.
I have not yet.
Are we playing in the one in Detroit?
Like teaming up together?
Yeah, of course.
Am I good enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never day 2'd a Team Grand Prix.
I have not played one, so neither have I.
Yeah, there you go.
We need a third though.
It's gotta be Mark, right?
If we can get Glacier, that'd be sweet.
That would be sweet. I'm sure he's gonna
too
be
good.
with. Yeah, he's much better than we are. I'm sure he will be playing with Ian and someone else. Probably
Barrios.
Stefan. Yeah. Just people who play on the Pro Tour.
Yeah, those jackasses.
It's tough to be a fish.
Maybe we can get Beckstrom. Oh wait, he'll probably be with them.
It's like, what are you talking about? All these good players.
Yeah.
Let's see what
That'll be a fun tournament to go to, though.
Agreed. All right, so Kyle we got land go for turn 2. Kyle, just a couple of Scalding Tarns. We got a turn 2 Glimmer Post for Rich, going up to 22 after turn 1 Cloud Post. So he has access to 3 mana this turn. We'll see if he has like a Trinisphere or a Metal Worker. Looks like it is a 3-sphere. Trinisphere coming in.
Powerful card. And we get Kyle reading it, so we will as well get rid of that ugly ass printing of it.
Particularly good because if Kyle has something like Rakdos Charm, he can't actually even cast it. He has to wait till his turn. Let's see, Kyle looks like he has Island. Decide what he wants to go with this turn. If he doesn't have a way to just blow that up, that card's gonna be really frustrating. I think he does though. Maybe he has Dak and he can take it.
Sweet.
Is that good?
Yeah. It's okay. I think you would tick up.
I
Wait,
definitely think he'd tick up.
Just maybe.
It doesn't seem as good unless he could find some way to tap it.
Yes.
Which I don't think he does. Yeah, there's Dak. I mean,
well, if he in the future steals what's it called? staff, then or I guess it's just untapping that it does.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
This is old news, right?
I think.
I thought that was old. Chicago has already done that.
Thank you, Klexel.
That's relevant.
I
guess. Doesn't even make a difference.
Yeah.
All right, we're discarding. I believe that's Probe Lightning Bolt.
You want to tell us that funny story about some of your friends missing?
No, I do not. No, I do not.
A certain round.
That is not the time for this. Not the time. Maybe some that is not.
That's like late night talk.
I can't. Yeah, that is not stream talk.
Is one of the more entertaining stories I've ever heard.
It's pretty great. It's pretty strong. Looks like we got the old 3-mana Revoker.
I wonder what Revoker is going after.
That Chalice costs 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless it's on 0.
No, doesn't it still cost 3?
Yeah. I think you're right. We think that is how that works, right? Chat, you can confirm for us. Neither Phil nor I are judges, but we believe that doesn't work. And Phil jumping out intrepidly into the field.
You can pay 3 for a Chalice. You pay 3 for a Chalice on 1, right?
Or 0.
Really?
Right?
Oh man,
I don't even know.
Complicated interactions. Ooh, that is great. Put that back into play. And
yeah.
This is the awkward part. Like, you can't really do a ton with this deck. I mean,
it's gonna keep taking it up.
You can just get your loot on.
Yeah.
Like this forces Rich to play like because Rich can't play too much relevant in front of these two planeswalkers. This is really like exhibiting what you were talking about earlier. How this deck is just very weak to planeswalkers.
Yeah, like if there was Mishra's Factory in play right now, it puts a ton of pressure on Kyle. I'm definitely going to tell Mark to go back and watch this game because it's going to make him very pleased about his theory crafting.
Ooh, double Revoker. If Kyle has a Fork Bolt here, I'm going to vomit all over the table.
A what?
A Fork Bolt.
I believe he would board them out.
Yeah, I think so too. I
think. I mean, it does kill Metalworker.
He has a Rakdos Charm, I believe.
Okay.
No.
So he can kill one?
Yes. You can kill one of them, and he can bounce the other. Well, no.
The problem here is that Jace is not accomplishing anything.
Yeah.
He needs a creature in play to block the Revokers.
I would almost be tempted to just Rakdos Charm the Trinisphere here. But then you just lose both your planeswalkers for nothing.
Right. I think, so he got rid of the one that Jace is on.
Bounce that one, and then takes up Dak. I think he's doing this so he can ultimate his Dak.
He can only play one Revoker. He had 5 mana.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, he had 6. There's a Cloud Post.
Cloud Post and another post plus the.
Yeah, he actually did have 6 mana.
Yeah.
He has 2 posts, and one of them is a Cloud Post.
Yes. So 2 of his lands tap for 2 mana.
I do appreciate you guys looking out, though.
Yes.
I think warning them once should be enough. I'd imagine.
There are a lot of weird cards in the Mud deck that a lot of people don't play against.
There's also literally glare all over that side.
That's a good point.
Might have to ask players to move their stuff up a little bit in that spot.
Maybe
we try really hard. Yeah, Locust, not Lotus lands. We try hard to find the spot in the area where there's not as much glare. And this is the best place we found, and there's still glare. Fluorescent lights are a pain.
Fluorescent lights are a huge pain.
That's at least one of the main differences in our streaming locations is that Dojo doesn't really have the glare issue
because it's so dark.
Yeah, it's just like a more dungeon-esque in that sense.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see what Rich has to do here. He still has a Revoker in hand, and he's in a rough spot. Oh, okay.
It's not that bad.
It's pretty. I think Kyle's gonna ultimate this Dak.
Oh, yeah. That maybe is. All right. So can we pull up Dak so we can? So that's whenever you target a permanent, you gain control of it.
Yeah.
So what is he gonna be able to really take though? I guess he left in Lightning Bolt.
Yep.
But that just kills a lot of things that.
Yeah, I don't know what relevant spells he can get. He might just tick up Dak again.
So he has 3.
And then ultimate it, and then he can... it doesn't really do much either.
Yeah.
If only you could gain control of a player.
Right.
That'd be great.
Question for you guys. With Trinisphere out,
can
alternate costs be paid, or do they have to pay 3?
They have to pay 3. Force of Will costs 3 mana.
With alternate cost, it costs 3, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Even with, dig through time, it's going to cost 3. It's going to cost 1 color to send 2 to it.
You have to delve...
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it still costs. I think it costs blue. Yeah, it should just cost 3.
So even
Yes.
if he delves the 6, he can't delve the 7. He actually has to pay 3.
I believe so. I think so.
That sounds right.
I'm gonna look it up, but I think that's right.
Double check that.
Do we have any,
If
any judges in
yeah,
the
if
chat,
Cook is in the chat and can explain how delve spells work with Trinisphere,
that would be fantastic.
that would be excellent.
So the question is, with Trinisphere in play,
There's literally a blog on the Magic Judges called "How Delve Spells Work with Trinisphere." Since Delve no longer reduces the total cost of the spell, this means that Trinisphere will be checking to see if the spells below. Let's see, when casting the time, 6 cards.
since the total cost,
Oh, yeah, you can pay blue 6, blue and delve 6 cards.
weird.
Wow, that's
You
really
don't
confusing.
have to pay
Yeah.
the 3rd mana.
Yeah, you don't like you.
But Force Will, he does have to pay the 3.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Got it.
Thank you. Yeah, we found the blog post. Yeah, that is super weird.
Thank you, Zarania.
All right, I might have not been keeping up with the life totals here.
I think that's all we missed. Is what you did right now. And Kyle is just considering what to do with his planeswalkers.
That's what it looks like.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
super confusing.
It is.
Another reason why Cruz is broken. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, with Thalia makes sense. Yeah, because it's because they changed the way how Delve works, right?
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Bullshit. Yeah.
Thank you, Cook. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for helping us out there.
When do you think they'll ban dig through time?
Never.
I really think that.
I'd be surprised if it stays legal for its entire
Yeah.
lifetime.
It seems
it's
like
a
the-
very powerful draw
It's
spell.
the card to break, right?
Yeah, it's easily one of the most like powerful cards in Legacy. It's the best draw engine by far.
Yeah.
Yeah, cost reduction is not mana cost. That's
Okay.
that's a good way of describing it.
The best draw engine apart from your draw step.
Yep. See what Kyle can find here. Saw a Snapcaster Mage there, the old 3 mana. Snapcaster Mage is a little less efficient with Trinisphere
you
out.
know.
Ooh, and there's a Chalice on one.
Just a little. Snapping back Rakdos Charm might be worth it.
We got a young Pyromancer.
Yeah.
And we're going to see, looks like a tick up. Fate Seal. Coming at you. I think it's a metal worker.
It is a metal worker. I think you let him. No, going bottom.
I think he wants to ship it. I think he's afraid of an Ugin.
That's a very legitimate concern.
I think Ugin would be really good here.
He drew Platinum Empyrean.
He
Also has the mana to cast Ugin if he drew it.
He does have the mana to cast Platinum Empyrean right now,
That's a good point.
but
That's a great thing to steal.
yeah, exactly.
If you bounce the Revoker.
Yeah, I think Rich is aware of that as well.
You just like in Rich's spot right here. He just like can't play a good artifact to steal
No.
because Jace will just tick down, and then Dack will steal whatever is necessary.
Basically, it's really, really tough spot.
This
for
is an
Rich to
interesting
have.
attack though.
Kyle just says sure.
Okay. Committed to the young Pyromancer.
See if Rich decides to play a land here. He's been a little hesitant to do it because he has the he's had these caverns in his hand for a while, but he just doesn't want to get rid of his Cydia traders.
Right.
Just going down effectively 2 land drops.
Yeah, we see Rich just pass the turn. He really just wants to draw Ugin.
Yeah, I think if he draws Ugin, he's in great
The
shape.
game might just end.
Because that was the one turn where Kyle was completely tapped out of it.
Yeah. Do we know if Kyle has Forcible in hand?
He does.
Okay.
I think Kyle is also aware that the one card he beats
Yeah.
loses to his Ugin.
All right. So yeah, we see the bounce.
And he's going to take Chalice the Void?
Interesting.
I wonder what the motivation for that is.
I have no idea.
We'll see in a second, I imagine.
It's still.
Oh, he's just intentionally missing the trigger?
No, I don't think you can do that.
Can't you?
Your opponent's remembering it, right?
Yeah, it's
I don't think you
a
can.
mandatory trigger?
Yeah, I don't think you can forget that.
I don't think you can
If
either.
the chat could tell us that, so you.
It's not, there's no May.
yeah.
That should be enough.
Yeah, because that you would otherwise, if you could just choose to forget it, you would just play Brainstorm in your Chalice the Void deck.
Yeah, that's true. You can get a sheet of matte PVC from the hardware store. I might be able to do that. We'll take a look at that. Thank you, Calexel.
Ooh, Cook's looking to get some DQs here.
Yeah.
Let's get some
That's
disqualifications.
what I thought. That's like missing a Bob trigger, you know?
Yeah.
beneficial trigger.
Very weird then to steal Chalice of the Void.
I agree.
Ratchet Bomb coming down though. That's solid against the tokens.
And Phyrexian Invoker on its way back. I'm assuming target naming. Yeah, it's right on Dak Faden, so it's naming that.
This is still with 6 mana in play, so Rich is able to play both of those spells.
I wonder what Rich is going to do with this Ratchet Bomb.
I have absolutely no idea. All right, here's the recipe.
Ooh.
In Delving 6.
So this is like, I think this is the turn where Rich needs to draw Ugin.
Probably.
If Rich draws Ugin here, this is where like another turn where Kyle has just completely tapped himself out of Force of Will.
Yeah.
I think he'll be able to just mop up the game from there.
Right.
We'll see what Kyle finds here. Oh, there's a. I wouldn't take that bolt.
Nope.
Looks like he's looking at land, and there's at least one land. He's not going to take Force of Will.
Okay.
I think Kyle's also aware that the clock is not on his side here.
Clay Davis, we believe that he let the Brainstorm be countered.
Yeah, he has to. It has to be countered. Like, as long as one player remembers it happens. I believe. You can't intentionally miss that trigger. And you can have that second Trinisphere.
Yep. And yeah, Ratchet Bomb going up. So I guess it's going to 2?
2 or 3, I'd imagine. I mean, like 2 kills his own Revoker, which is pretty awkward.
It is.
He's missing these land drops for too long. I think it's starting to hurt Rich. He's gonna have to pass again. Just hoping to draw into that Ugin, but I think Kyle Fate Sealing is just gonna
missing land drops or missing Ugin draw steps.
Both really. I mean, as soon as he plays that Cavern of Souls, then he's automatically
down a mana.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll see what Kyle wants to do here. Tapping 3 mana for another Young Pyromancer.
Why
man.
not?
We're back to the triple Pyromancer game.
Yep. And here's a bounce of Revoker.
Bounce Revoker, steal your Ratchet Bomb, and he will respond by cracking it for 1. That's a nice play by Kyle. What? That has mana cost 0.
Yep.
Why is that going to the graveyard?
That doesn't work like that.
No. I think they're fixing it right now.
Yeah, I think Deng's over there.
Yeah, that should have that Chalice of the Void on the battlefield has converted mana cost 0.
Yep.
Yes, so that is staying in play.
Got it.
Yeah, great. And then we're gonna see probably a bash by Kyle. Dak has just been really impressive.
Horrible beating.
Yes,
is how I would describe it.
Attack for 7 here, down to 12. Let's see what else we've got. Looks like Kyle has a Thought Scour. He's just gonna pass. I think at this point, like if you don't Fate Seal, you have to hold up Force of Will.
This Grixis deck is weird.
I like it. It's a control deck.
Yeah.
It just kills. It's just a Pyromancer is just an absurd card.
It's very good. With Dig Through Time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also blue spells and
Yep.
spells. And I think in particular the Cabal Therapy interaction is at its best in this deck.
Yep. That makes sense. I've played 1 game against this deck. I play Death and Taxes, for anyone in the chat who doesn't know.
I'm sure they don't know.
And Kyle learned the hard way that stealing Batterskull doesn't really do what he wants it to do.
Well, here's Platinum Empyrean, and that's going to get Force of Willed.
Yep.
And I think this is just going to be... This might actually even be lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
that
11,
looks
12.
like it's
Yep.
the game. Wow.
Sweet.
So Dak Faden, not
Tier
bad.
1. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Pretty good. I
Before
accept.
the next round.
I accept. I'll reset some of the...
Thank you.
Yeah.
Entertain the chat.
I'll try to entertain the chat. Hello, everyone. So we actually, it's an interesting thing. So if anyone knows TX Rager, he's a common person in our chat, and he's actually in town this week visiting a friend. So he's been coming by the shop, playing in the tournaments, and he actually donated this sweet playmat, and we're gonna give it away tonight. This is gonna be our raffle. So if you can see here, it's a World of Warcraft trading card game. It has pretty sweet art. We can also confirm with our gracious hosts, MTG Card Market, specifically Jameson Reeves, one of the owners of the card shop, if we can have any other raffles tonight. So I'll be sure to let you guys know about that in a little while. Sir Cucumber in the chat, I love your handle. That's awesome. Clay Davis is not a fan of World of Warcraft TCG, apparently. I never played the game myself. I can't speak to its quality, but I'm really just a Magic player. Yeah. DNF Fanatic. We do use these playmats very commonly as our, basically, for our keyboards. We just put it under the mouse. These tables are a little beat up sometimes, so nice to keep everything clean. Any modern masters? If we can crack a pack on stream at 12. I don't think we're gonna be around at midnight. It would be cool. And I saw a video of those packs, like the way that the packs look for Modern Masters 2015. They're very strange, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm a big fan. I kind of like just the wrapping, not an actual box. But ooh, Colexo wants us to give us a Resto Angel to raffle off. That would be a sweet one. That's probably one of my favorite cards ever. I'm always looking for an excuse to fit one into Death and Taxes, but I think it's not quite right, unfortunately. Flicker Wisp is just too good. Ooh, Commander Mouse says they make opening easier the way that the packs are configured for Modern Masters. They're basically small boxes. They make them that way so you can recycle them. Okay, well that's kind of cool. Yeah. Have you looked at the packaging for the Modern Masters boosters?
Yeah.
What do you think of it? We're talking to Jameson here. He's the owner of the shop. Do you like it?
It seems fine. I mean, it doesn't make sense why they changed it.
Yeah. Do you think they're just trying to make it special for the one set, or are they doing this like moving forward?
They haven't given any type of inclination that they're going to do this in the future.
Yeah.
I think with what's shown up on YouTube already,
Yeah.
probably a big sway to not do that.
Yeah.
It kind of, you know what it reminds me of? And I don't know if, people on the stream
Mhm.
played them, but like, if you look at revised packs and all the old packs,
Okay.
you used to be able to search them.
Oh, jeez. Like, what, they were like too see-through or something?
Yes, the packaging was too see-through. Like, it was not opaque.
Yeah.
So, like, you could literally press the card against the pack to see what you were going to get. Right. So this is the first time that they've had these kind of,
Yeah.
testing issues.
Yeah.
with
Something like
packaging.
that.
So, yeah, I think they're pretty good to learn from their mistakes.
Yeah.
So,
Well, cool. Good to know.
not a huge fan.
Thank you for the scoop. If anyone's going to GP Vegas, I think it's 2 weekends from now, right? It's the weekend after this, I believe. So MTG Card Market, they will be vending. I got here early. I got off of work early today because I had to go in early, and I was here around 4. And I walked in. It was just Jameson and one of his employees. And I come in, and he's like, "Hey, come look at this." And it's just a floor map of GP Vegas.
Oh
it was
my
gigantic.
goodness. Yeah.
But he was trying to decide which vendor booth they should pick. Like, he said that they had first pick of the VIP vendors for some reason.
That's awesome.
And they were trying to, like, strategically pick, like, hey, do we want to be, like, have a clear line of sight from the entrance to the hall, or do we want to be, like, near the artist lane or something?
Hard to say, honestly. I don't know what would be best. What were you thinking?
My suggestion was, because there was no indication on the map of where the feature match area was, because that's like a very common place for people to go if they finish their round early and they have to kill time. They just like wander over with nothing to do aimlessly to the feature match area.
Yeah, like if you don't have like friends who are like there, like going to like watch them play, and it's like it's probably gonna be a huge venue as well. You know,
Right.
a lot of people there, so it might be.
It's like a natural meeting point.
Yeah,
too.
very much so.
Yeah.
So you suggested something like that?
Yeah, I think they'll. I mean, I'm sure they'll do a great job no matter where they get. But
if you're going, go visit them. Go say hi. Let them know you watch the stream.
Yeah, totally. And Jameson's a really cool guy.
For sure.
So be sure to talk to him. He's the one with like the crazy blue, sometimes green.
Yeah, who knows?
Crazy mohawk usually.
Yeah, you'll know who he is.
Yeah.
Close to the water station is an interesting one.
Ooh.
Where there's water. People are always going there.
That's a good point. Good strat. Good strat.
Oh, by the way, and if you guys want to see like a specific deck, might sound off in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I think I meant to say I think there's like Painter.
Okay.
I think Nathan played who this round? Anthony.
Yes, I
Tone?
believe so.
So he probably crushed him. Oh no, he's playing Esper. So maybe
Yeah.
not. So it's like
It's
Esper,
close.
Painter,
Yep.
ad nauseum.
Okay. Do we know if there's any Omnitel?
No.
Okay.
I do not know. There might be Bug.
Do you want me to pop out and see, or?
Eh.
Eh.
The round's got to be over at this point.
I'll at least go check who won.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go look and try to pick a match.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Go for it.
Okay. I also showed them this mat.
Nice. Matt's sweet.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any dredge today, give us.
It's a rare day for Dredge to show up at this point.
I just have like dreams about that time where we showed dredge like so many times in a
Let's go
row.
break dance. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh
Right
yeah.
now, let's go.
Do you have your boombox?
Yes, I do.
Got a bunch of cardboard boxes
I
ready.
wasn't anticipating something just bust
That was surprising.
hanging out of his mouth.
We had a bit of a scene. This is not a private room that we have in back. It's private from the rest of the store, but not private from everyone.
Don't close the door.
You close the door. You said.
That is not what I said.
Any case, well, I don't know what the question was in the giveaway. Yeah, no dredge tonight. Both of our regular dredge pilots are not here. I know one of the dredge pilots is Kevin, and Kevin's been like on a Storm kick. He said every time he plays the deck, he just wants to play it more. Storm is great. I love Storm. Storm is also it's like a much better position deck right now. There's like against like Storm has like a few like pretty tough matchups, and people aren't really playing those decks right now. Like Reanimator is like really bad, but like no one plays Reanimator. Even like these mud decks, which can like sometimes just destroy you, they're not so bad. Like, you can beat them. Storm's great. I love Storm. I like Storm in the same way that like Greg loves Death and Taxes. Just a deck that I've played a lot and I'm really interested in. Ooh, looks like we have some Painter. Got some Blood Moons there.
Alright, so we missed the start of round 2.
Oh great!
But
Did they just move their in-progress match?
yes, I got them to move their match. I think on turn 2. I think Nathan mentioned that he had a turn 1 Blood Moon.
Oh my goodness!
So there's that.
All right, let's watch some Magic.
This is Painter versus Death and Taxes. I believe Jameson is 1-0 and Nathan is 0-1.
How'd resetting that layout go for you?
What?
What was that? What was
Are you
that?
saying the what?
My
I don't know what that's like.
partner in crime.
Yeah. I really pull my weight.
This is Jameson.
Yes. Wait, no, yeah, Jameson, yeah. Sorry. I heard Jason.
Oh my goodness. What do I do? You prefer the ampersand, right?
You know, I can see both. Actually, I think I like. I don't know which I like more. I think I like lowercase.
Jameson's
a
1-0.
I believe so. Yes. Luxac Dollar Flip, thank you for the shout out.
Appreciate it.
Luxac is, I believe, one of the casters or one of the commentators on the Brainstorm Show, which is a quality legacy podcast.
I've heard that.
Basically, the only quality legacy podcast at this point.
Really, there's not a wealth of quality legacy podcasts out
Well,
there?
you were part of one, right?
At times we
Is
talk
that
about
still
legacy.
going on?
I haven't been able to do it recently.
Oh, I guess yeah. There's not much competitive legacy to talk about.
Yeah, that's the one downside.
Yeah.
How many times do you think this ancient team's been? Oh, there's a Blood Moon out. Never mind.
Well, it was tapped probably once. Well, we don't
know.
I can go confirm life totals.
Eh,
I can do it.
Jid is pretty good.
So, presumably Revoker's on Mother of Runes?
Is this an attack for one? I think this is an attack for
That
one.
is an aggressive attack.
I mean, what's Mom really doing here?
That's a good
Against
point.
Rex and Revoker.
If Revoker is on her, then yeah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, Revoker might be on Mom, which is a little awkward for Nathan because now Jameson's going to be since he only has one card in hand, he wasn't able to empty.
Luxac, thank you for the link drop there.
Yeah.
They're good guys. And I believe that they're going to talk about Death and Taxes on their next show. At least that's what I was promised. So
I like this. Nathan intentionally going Hellbent here.
yeah.
Just Pyroblasting anything.
Yep.
Pyroblast is great. Unlike Red Elemental Blast, you can target anything.
You can.
Anything in play, anything on the stack,
Yep.
target it. Go crazy. Have a good time. It's really good with Dak Vaden.
Yeah.
That's why that one Pyroblast in that deck must, in it, right?
Yeah.
It's gotta be it. All right, we'll see. Nathan just gonna draw. Did he not activate his top? Oh, I bet a Revoker must be on top. Jameson's Revoker.
That makes sense.
Since Nathan has had a wealth of mana and has not activated it once.
Right. You want me to run out and just confirm life totals and Revokers?
Sure.
Okay. Because I mean, swinging with Jit seems great here.
Ooh, Flicker Wisp seems like an absolute beating.
Yep.
All right, swing with Mother, friends. That's 2 counters, and now things are bad. Things are not right now. I think we saw a match the other week where we saw Blood Moon be really effective against Death and Taxes, but that's just not going to be consistent. Like, this deck has, something like 9, 10 basic planes or something like that. So even though, every now and then you turn off their Wastelands, turn off their ports, it's just not going to be that effective.
So it's 18 to 20, right?
Yes.
So you have... Okay. And, yeah. So there's
so this is on top, and this is on...
This was on Vile, actually.
I mean... Oh, that one was on Vile?
Yeah, the Revoker that just died was on Aether Vial.
That makes sense. And this one was on top, though.
Yes. Right? Yes.
Oh, there's a Vile in play. I didn't see the Vile.
Yep. Yeah, they just moved it over. And yeah, Klexel, Jameson's cards are real nice.
Oh my goodness, are they pretty. This is going to be the prettiest Death and Taxes deck you'll see.
Moving Jitte over is also going to be...
I don't even know if you need to.
Well, you don't... I guess you don't actually want to just yet, because Nathan... Like, you need something with just one power to be able to attack into the Ensnaring Bridge, until you have more Flicker Wisps.
Yeah. Let's just start running those Flicker Wisps out there.
They're so good. They're so good.
All right, Jameson going to activate Vile, put in Stoneforge Mystic, fetch up...
Probably Batters.
It's pretty close.
Jitte is the best one to get against Painter.
Yeah, by far. Right.
So past that, Beef is fine.
I mean... You probably just want whichever one does the most damage in one hit, in which case it's a wash.
Right.
Because you're just going to Flicker Wisp out the...
That's a good point.
The Ensnaring Bridge.
The nice thing about getting Sword of Fire and Ice there is that you can hopefully draw into another Flicker Wisp quicker. The problem, though, is if there is a copy of Painter Servant, then your Sword of Fire and Ice basically comes...
Yeah, it falls off.
Yeah, it becomes
I think that's
horrible.
I think that's a good enough reason. Like, a top deck Painter would be pretty miserable in that scenario.
Yep.
Although I believe Jameson does have the swords.
Yes. Swords is also probably one of your best cards here.
Here's the Flicker
For
Wisp.
obvious reasons.
Get that Ensnaring Bridge.
This should be lethal because
pumping
Mirror Crusader is insane.
All right, so he pumps. That's 6, 7, 8.
Yes.
Dead.
It's just dead. That's
Mirror
just
Crusader is a beating.
Oh my goodness. This matchup seems incredibly difficult for Painter.
So the reason that Nathan couldn't empty his hand completely was because the last card was Red Blast.
Yeah, there you go.
He couldn't.
Fire Blast is not a problem?
Nope,
Yeah.
not a
Blast,
problem.
Yes.
That is crazy.
Very awkward. I think I played a few. Oddly enough, I played a few games of this matchup.
Yeah, it's good for Death and Taxes.
Yeah, I was able to win a lot of post-board. I won all my post-board games.
With Painter?
Yes,
Okay,
because there were 4 Firebolts in the sideboard.
it helps.
It was great. It was
Yeah.
very enjoyable.
Does Nate have firebolts?
Nathan has. We watched him play this deck before. I know he has at least 2.
I think he has 3.
He has
I
3.
think.
Yeah. I mean, it's like. I think it's very hard to win if you don't draw at least 1,
Yes.
and you probably need to flash that one back.
Yeah. Jameson, I mean, a lot of it comes down to the build of Death and Taxes. Like, if you have Mangara in the main, it helps a lot. Anything that just blows up permanence.
Yes.
Anything attrition-y is great here.
So I saw Nathan pulling out Magus of the Moon. I actually think I like Magus more than Blood Moon in this matchup. I just don't think Blood Moon is consistent enough, and I'd rather have something that can at minimum attack. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
What do you think? I mean, they're both kind of stinky, right?
Yeah, none of them are great.
Like those have
Getting
got
as many out of the deck,
as possible, right?
it's kind of hard to say. Like, against some draws, it's just gonna win the game though. Like, there's only usually 9 planes or so in the deck.
Nine's a lot.
It is a lot. You're probably gonna draw one.
I did see Leon and Arbiter coming out for Jameson.
Yeah, I told Jameson to put that in the deck a while ago, and I need to tell him to take it out.
I bet you do.
I was just so angry at Sarah Avenger, but it should probably just be something like Spirit of the Labyrinth and Sarah Avenger. Some mix. You can also play Aethersworn Canist in the main deck at this point because of Omnitel's.
I think Spirit's a better main deck card.
the problem with Spirit is just it's so shitty at attacking. It's so bad.
They're like Pyromancer tokens. Is a 2/2
Like
really that much better?
anything.
Like what?
Everything kills it.
Yeah, but what kills it that doesn't already kill Eldritch One Canonist?
I suppose.
Like the bonus you get is that Canonist is sometimes like an absolute slam dunk against something like Storm.
Yeah.
But like Omnitail can still just kill it.
Yeah.
It is harder to be. Like, Canonist is going to be the better threat, right? In the sense that
is.
it's going to be
It attacks into Stoneforge Mystic.
true.
Also, it's nice to be if you can afford to skew your deck at all that you don't have quite as many X1s because when you play against the black decks, most of them have Golgari Charm for you. And
Yeah.
minimizing its damage can
Or like-
be really important.
Or like Marsh Casualties.
Yep.
Marsh Casualties is nice.
Or like Electrickery out of some of the red decks.
Ooh, I haven't seen that one in a while since Blue Red Delver got.
Yep. Yep. Cook the Fourth, bringing up GP Charlotte and GP Providence. I wish I could go to those. It's a little far.
I really want to go to Charlotte. Honestly, I really want to go to both.
Yeah.
If I could go to every GP, I would. Obviously. I'm pretty close to driving to Charlotte.
Good grief. Was that like 12 hours?
It's not close.
Not close. Alright, so that's turn 1 Painter. Oh my god. Turn 1 Painter, met by turn 1 Swords to Plowshares, but Nathan has the Simian Spear Guide, Exile to, I believe that was Pyroblast.
Yeah. Whew. So he's drawn Blood Moon, which he could use.
But he cannot cast because he does not have a mountain. But he can play turn 2 Ensnaring Bridge,
I like this
as well as
here.
attack for 1.
Get in there.
Get in there. This is, it's a racing matchup, if I had to term it.
In the sense that Nathan's racing to draw Grindstone
Yes.
and Jameson is racing to draw Swords to Plowshares, then yeah, I
I
agree.
agree. Looks
Does
like that's a Pithing Needle in Jameson's hand. That's an excellent card here.
Got a Wasteland, a Mother of Runes, and a Flicker Wisp, and the
This
Battle
turn
Stone.
is great for Jameson.
Do you think this is naming Grindstone?
I believe it would.
It's gotta, right?
Yeah. You're shutting off their quick win. And that is exactly what Nathan drew.
Obviously.
Oh my god.
And an attack for 1.
I think Jameson knows that he just got away with one.
Needle, an absolute beating here. Jameson is going to need to draw a threat, though. He has nothing that can attack. I think he has a Mother of Runes
He has a Batter Skull in hand.
and a Mother.
So he just put it out main phase.
He's,
It probably won't matter. It's a little awkward if Nathan has Firebolt, but
sure.
obviously, he needs to draw both the red source and the Firebolt.
this is a great draw, though.
It
Sensei's
is.
top. So he's going to be able to play. Tapping City of Traders, he gets to play and activate top. So we'll see what he's able to find off of this. I think I saw. Was that a Koth or Duretti? I think
That was Duretti. Active Mom though is super good for Jameson because it does appear that the Mom's going to survive the turn.
Yeah.
Jameson taking up to 2. I think that's Thalia that he drew.
Yes. Let's see what Jameson's able to cobble together this turn.
It's a fine. I mean, Thalia is great here because it forces Nathan to. Yeah, this is fantastic for Jameson. Thalia is going to be a beating.
Path is a little awkward here since it's going to actually give Nathan the mana he wants and a shuffle from maybe a couple of crappy cards on top
I
of his
think
deck.
I would have waited until the upkeep.
I agree. I don't think you want to give him the land.
You
this turn.
already have Vial on 2, so upkeep you Path, and then you Vial and Thalia before the main phase.
I like that. Yeah, I don't like waiting on this Thalia. I think you want to Vial immediately.
Right.
Is Nathan drawing Mountain this turn? I think this is the turn you probably have to play the land to sack the city.
Yeah, to get the Blood Moon in
Or
play.
actually, he could just cast Blood Moon. I think casting Blood Moon is actually even better.
It's fine.
Yeah, he's reading. So the way this works, City of Traders only sacrifices when you play the land.
Not when it comes into play.
No, like you can, like if you have a fetch land already in play,
Yeah.
then when you sacrifice it,
That's awesome.
you will not lose your City of Traders.
Good to know.
Yes. So I feel like I've had this like judge call a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're asking about it right
I think
now.
they're
I believe.
confirming with Deng. Our intrepid judge tonight, Stephen Deng.
Mm-hmm.
PTQ grinder.
Yeah, I think Nathan should have topped during his upkeep there.
Because he has the mana to burn.
Yeah. He's just gonna main phase top though.
This is sort of confirming that he's probably going to play his mountain this turn.
I think if you were going to do that, you should just Blood Moon first.
Hmm. Oh, alright, so he's not going to do it. And did Jameson just forget to violin Thalia?
Unless he didn't have it.
Maybe he doesn't
I don't-
want to?
I
Maybe he
didn't
doesn't
see
have
his
it.
hand.
Maybe he doesn't have
He
it.
definitely has Flicker Wisp, and he definitely has Batterskull.
Okay,
I don't know about the third card.
gotcha.
I actually no. I don't think he had Thalia because those two were in his hand already.
Can't
So
quite
I think
tell what that
I think you saw that.
last
I think
card is.
your path. I think, or you thought that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what his third card is. It's whatever he drew this turn because the those two were in his hand already.
Gotcha.
So-
Alright, so Nathan floating 2, and now he's also cracking his fetch.
Going down to 15 here. And he's aware that at this point attacking is... Oh, yeah, never mind. Sorry. You can't attack. He's a creature in play. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind.
A lot of permanents in
yeah.
creatures.
At least on Nathan's side of the board. Oh, my God.
40.
We'll go with 30.
Could we also pull up... I don't know. What's the most relevant card?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing's relevant.
Probably Flicker Wisp, right?
Look who's back. It's Duretti.
Oh, God. Alright, let's pull up Duretti.
Duretti is an
It's gonna
interesting
show
one.
up.
I like Duretti.
Ooh.
We did find Painter, though. Let's see what Nathan decides to do here. So there is a Painter in play now, certainly naming red. So
Yep.
Nathan went Blink Out, Ensnaring Bridge.
So yeah, he did this end step.
No. No,
oh,
no, no.
okay.
Is that how it works?
If he did it during the end step, then it would not be in play
Right? Doesn't it
for
come back?
James. It comes back at the beginning of the next end step.
Yeah, so I don't know why that's...
Well, if he did it during the second main phase,
That's...
it would not be
I'll be
the right
curious.
thing to do.
Yeah. Alright.
But it is possible. I mean, here it didn't really matter because Nathan had 3 cards in hand,
Yeah.
so that's probably why Jameson didn't actually care.
And now Nathan's able to go down to 1 card so he can shut off the attack from the Flicker Wisp now.
Right.
Alright,
So now the best draws for Jameson are more Flicker Wisps,
Council's Judgment.
Council's Judgment, anything to blow up Ensnaring Bridge, basically.
Alright, so... We'll see what Jameson has to do here. I mean, a land for Batterskull. Nope, not really good
Batterskull
here.
doesn't really do anything with the Ensnaring Bridge. I mean,
on the plus
Nathan's
side-
at 10, so it's only a couple Flicker Wisps more that he needs.
Revoker?
Revoker,
Not horrible.
I imagine that he's naming Grindstone.
Just
Or
a
maybe
second one.
Top.
Top seems a little better given that you already have the...
The Needle.
yeah.
Yeah, it must be on top.
I think
Especially because Nathan didn't activate top.
Yeah.
And here's Batterskull.
Jameson can actually even play that Caracas, right? Since the second Caracas at this point.
Yeah, because of Blood Moon.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Duretti's going to be on the way this next turn, though, and that's going to be pretty good for Nathan.
Yep.
Let's see what he decides to do here. Yep, here's Duretti.
Yeah, so Needle is not on top. We believe that...
No, Needle's definitely on Grindstone.
Yeah. We believe that Revoker is on top.
Yes. He is. Nathan played a land and passed and didn't activate top, so that is the only explanation for that.
Yep.
So Nathan going to play his land first, and then put Duretti into play. A little confused why I didn't just cycle through that.
Discard. So +2 is discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards. Interesting.
I mean, he's probably just going to plus it, discard 0 cards, and
Yeah.
pass.
Just get the devotion up a bit.
Maybe he's just playing around a top deck Flicker Wisp here, but I don't know if you can really... I think you want to hold the land and just discard that and just start moving through the deck a little bit.
Yeah, if I was Jameson, I'd probably move the Batterskull over to the Flicker Wisp.
Just in preparation for another Flicker Wisp.
Yeah.
And I believe that's what he has. Yeah.
So yeah, I think you so he's just playing it.
Flicker out that.
The problem here...
Okay, no, he's just like, no, I
yeah,
want to...
I think you move it over. You
Well,
don't
when-
lose any power, but you don't give Nathan the opportunity to chump block.
Well, the big thing is that you don't tap your mana so you can move the Batterskull and you use your
Yeah.
vial.
He can also move it over to... It's not quite lethal. That's really awkward. You can move it onto one of the ground creatures, but... I mean, if he moves it... So it looks like he is violating in.
And then he's going to attack all of these creatures. I believe they're all going at... I'd imagine they're all going at Duretti.
No, I think you go at Nathan's life total. right?
Nathan's a 10. Unless this is lethal, then this is like not great. He just gets to chump block, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, it is lethal, but
You also get to eat something.
like if these are all going at Nathan, that's actually great because you can just trade with the Revoker.
Yeah, you don't even trade.
Oh
You
yeah,
just
because it's a
eat
1/3,
it.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's
you
what
get
he's
to
gonna
eat
do.
it or the mom.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Yeah,
and that so Nathan's gonna go to 2, and
and now
Jameson's gonna go to
Jameson
21.
has to draw another Flicker Wisp. That's why I think you want to wait on it and make it so like you can't. There's only 2 Flicker Wisps left in the deck.
Yeah.
And maybe 2 Council's Judgments, assuming that he had them in the sideboard and he brought them in.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to take the time to make sure that your Flicker Wisp is lethal.
I
Like
agree.
basically, you just pass the turn.
Yep.
You end step the Flicker Wisp, and then you move the Batter Skull onto one of the Flicker Wisps, and you attack for 10 in the air.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah. That would
It would be
lethal.
exactly lethal.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, we'll see what Nathan has to do here. I think right now we're in his upkeep and he's deciding if he wants to top. Drew Firebolt. Hello, Firebolt.
That's a tapped Mother of Runes.
Yep.
Yep.
Is that a dead Mother of Runes?
I would hope so. I mean, as a Death and Taxes player, I don't hope it, but
I mean, you have to. I think. Like,
I also respect good plays.
what if you discard it to Duretti and then flash it back?
It's for value.
Yeah, you just it's like you draw a card for free.
Yeah, because you'll probably draw even a better card. Oh wait, Firebolt's the best card in your deck.
Yeah, I'm
here.
pretty sure it's a card you want to draw every single time.
Yes.
We'll see what Nathan decides to do here. I think you just have to dome the mom.
Yes.
Like
Because it turns on the flashback.
Yeah, otherwise you lose your 2-for-1
Yep.
immediately. You get to like kill the Mother of Runes, hold up for top activation.
Yep.
And eventually you just draw like a blast and kill the Pithing Needle, right? So he's gonna plus Duretti, discarding 1 card.
Man, I love Death and Taxes. Why did I ever waver from that deck?
I don't know.
It's so much fun.
You're weak. That's the only explanation.
Yeah.
And activate top.
Thank you, Blood Moon.
Let's see if you found a blast here. A blast is lethal, right?
Yeah. You
You
just blow up the Pithing Needle.
Yeah. I'm definitely confused by discarding the
The Firebolt.
yeah.
It's very aggressive.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a nice one. But like
That's a beating.
but
Flicker Wisp or Council's
no.
Judgment wins the game.
Nathan untapping also wins the game.
It does.
Yeah, James needs to draw something this turn. Because this Jaya can actually just destroy
Yep.
with her 1 mana. Just destroy the Pithing Needle.
Wow.
Jaya Ballard.
What? Oh my god, that is busted in this deck.
Isn't that card great? Jaya's great.
So what is this? Stoneforge Mystic.
For nothing.
Yeah. I mean, Jameson can't give his creature
He can't attack.
negative power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Plus-
a power of 0.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything to make his creature have 0 power right now.
Yep.
If only he had an Ornithopter.
It would be pretty good.
Like Signal Pest?
Well,
Signal
actually, it doesn't do anything.
No. He's like a Signal Pest and an Ornithopter to get through this.
Gibbous, I am not playing the Red Splash.
Red.
Largely because I do not own Imperial Recruiters.
They're not cheap.
I would try it at least. I haven't really had a reason to actively be play testing Legacy lately, just because there's no big tournament coming up in the near future, unfortunately. Phil and I have both been practicing pretty exclusively for the Modern Invitational.
I don't think you lose that Caracas. Is it still legendary?
If anyone can confirm whether or not,
Yeah.
well, is that the super type, so that doesn't get changed?
Oh.
Is something like that?
Well, but isn't it a mountain? It's just a mountain.
I'm not sure.
If I don't know layers. I need Cook to help
I
me
don't
out
know
with
if
this
it's
one.
layers or if it's just card types and super types or something.
And blow that up, Grindstone you, and that's the game.
So it is
It is legendary,
okay.
I'd imagine.
So
Okay.
it does get sacrificed.
Okay.
Gotcha. All right, game 3.
It is a legendary mountain. Okay, there
Gotcha. Thank you, Cook.
we go.
We are not smart.
Nope. This isn't layers. See, we like, no,
Yeah.
nothing.
I knew that much. I knew
Super
you were.
types,
All I knew is
whatever.
that you were wrong.
Yeah, whatever. All right. Rules experts, Phil Silverman and Greg Schaefer.
Yeah, I know nothing.
Yeah, this is. Notice how neither of us are judges. We simply do not have the knowledge.
So I think we're seeing some of the interesting interactions of this matchup. And I think this matchup is pretty dynamic. Like,
Yeah.
there are big swings either way. Like, some cards are so much more potent than others.
Yeah, for sure.
How much weight did Ensnaring Bridge pull in that game?
It was incredible. Like it just like single-handedly stopped Jameson from winning.
Yeah.
Although I think Jameson did have the win.
Yeah, if we backtrack and we think about how the turns played out, if he had the vial on 3.
Yeah.
If he waits one turn and just
If he just goes equip Batterskull,
pass
and then end step flicker out the bridge. That's 10 in the air.
So I think the issue there is that Jameson might not know necessarily that he can end step that to make the permanent not come back until his own end step.
Sure. Yeah, Gibbous, I will read that thing on layers. I've read that on layers several times.
In one ear, out the other.
Yeah, I'm not the best at
Yep.
that. All right, so we have Rishadan, Port, and Aether Vial for Jameson.
So good.
Turn 1 Painter. Get in there.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has the Simian Spirit Guide again. He does have
It
Pyroblast.
looks like he has Chrome Mox.
Ooh, even better.
So he's
you
pitching
got-
Imperial Recruiter.
Oh, yeah.
So he has. Oh my god.
Oh,
An
man.
aggressive Pyroblast, but I like it.
I'm a fan.
Looks like another vial. Does Jameson have a land?
No, he
Nope.
does not. I wonder... Oh,
I
man.
like the aggressive keeps with this deck. I
Another
really do.
Pyroblast.
Oh my god.
Get that vial out of
If
here.
he can draw a plains, he's in okay shape.
All right, so we're going
The
to...
problem is this is Blood Moon, so it has to be exactly
Do
plains.
you play Blood Moon or do you play Ensnaring Bridge?
I would play Blood Moon, 100%. Ensnaring Bridge doesn't matter yet. Because make him draw exactly plains.
That makes sense. Making him, like, oh, it turns off a potential Caracas. Yeah, it just shuts down a lot of
There are
draws.
very few outs in the deck now.
Oof.
Jameson just drawing Stoneforge Mystic.
Those Pyroblast were just an absolute beating.
Yeah, I mean, you keep that hand every time.
Ooh. Get in there. And Exile Spirit Guide, here's a bridge, go. And now Nathan's just all in on drawing a
I
grindstone.
think Jameson has to discard, perhaps.
Ooh, top is an amazing draw.
Yeah,
Wow. He can't shuffle, but without something like a recruiter.
right.
All right, Jameson drew Basic Mountain,
Yep,
or non-Basic Mountain.
pretty sweet.
It's a top from Nathan. He's just going to play lands until he finds the grindstone.
Yep, why not?
He can also, he is able to get in there for one every turn. He can wait to play that one land.
You can.
Play the one card from his hand, which is probably going to be a land for a while.
Yeah, this draw from Nathan's pretty savage.
Not much you can do. Like, this is... Very few decks are going to be able to come back from this. I believe now Jameson's going to have to discard. He's just got, all white spells in hand.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of cards.
There's an end step top from Nathan.
Not even a Phyrexian Revoker to play.
No.
Very sad.
Revoker is quite good in this matchup, too.
It's excellent.
I'd
20 turn clock.
Nathan?
Oh wait, nope. It's a lot faster now.
imagine this is just naming maybe Jite?
Jite
or Vial, right? I mean,
it's-
killing 2 Vials, I would probably want to name Jite.
Yeah, there's a good chance it's on Jit.
Looks
Looks
Nathan-
like another discard from Jameson.
Attack for 1.
This is the problem with playing a non-blue deck.
Look at all these things.
And Jameson has drawn no lands, in fact.
No.
Just
I mean,
never
he's
drawn
only
lands.
drawn a port.
Yeah, it's pretty unlucky. I mean, it really stinks for him because if it hadn't been exactly 2 vials getting destroyed,
Yeah. Like, what if Nathan decided to go for a land or something like that?
it still would have been good. But having the second blast was just brutal.
And there's a grindstone, and that's the game.
That should be game. Yep.
Unless Jameson did something like Sideboard and Emrakul.
Nope.
Don't believe he did.
Yeah, so he had 3 1-mana removal spells in his hand.
Yeesh. Yeah.
He just had to draw the white source.
Enlightened Tutor for Needle.
Yep.
Tons of action.
A lot of outs. He just had to draw planes.
And this is what, like, we talked about this a little bit earlier. Like, it's not that Blood Moon is, like, amazing. It's just that it can do enough.
It steals games.
Yeah, it definitely, it's known for that, right?
Yeah.
Like, even against monocolor decks. I mean, we see it, I think, a little bit more in, like, Modern.
Right.
Like, one of the classic things that stops me from playing two-color blue decks in Modern is that you just, like, still lose to Blood Moon.
Yeah.
It's incredibly frustrating. With the exception of, like, the decks that actually play Blood Moon.
Yeah, like Twin.
Yeah. Like, you play, blue-white. I played, like, blue-white control.
Yeah.
and you have like 5 basic lands in your deck,
Yeah.
but you still can't beat a Blood Moon. It's embarrassing.
So I think the logic, quick roar. I don't know if both of the vials were in Jameson's opener, but even if he only had one, I keep that hand every time.
Vial is like the most explosive card in that deck. Like
It's not close. If it's in your opener, you have to have an amazing reason to not keep the hand.
Yeah.
Like 5 lands.
Yeah, I think that hand was completely reasonable.
Yeah.
I would have kept it again. Going back, like if there's 2 vials, it's an instant keep. I think, with 1 land especially.
One vial, yeah. One vial,
One
land,
vial's
let's
enough
go.
for me. Like as long as you have like a creature to put into play.
Like obviously, you'd really like it to be a white source, specifically a plains against a Blood Moon deck.
Yeah.
But you're on the play. You can't really mulligan that hand. I think ever.
No. No. Like
Just how the deck functions.
yeah, he didn't have 2 ports in his opener. It was just a 1-lander, but like 1-land vial is completely acceptable.
Yeah, I mean vial in your opener is basically like triple Black Lotus.
Yeah.
So
You heard it here first.
I don't know
folks.
why you would ever mulligan that.
Would you I'll ask each person in the chat. Would you mulligan triple Black Lotus?
I would not.
Right? No.
I'm gonna speak for everyone in the chat. They would not either. I think it's just like the learning curve of playing the deck a lot. You learn like your opening hands with Vial are so much more powerful than the ones without.
Well,
Obviously, we saw him
yeah.
get punished there.
Yeah.
It happens. Like this is Legacy. Like even good hands get punished.
I mean,
there are always weaknesses.
This is Magic. Like that. Like I don't think there's anything like specifically Legacy about it. Like besides the fact that like Nathan was able to blow up those 2 vials as early as he could because like
That was
sometimes
like
you just don't draw lands.
It was a very incredibly specific sequence from like Nathan's hand was great.
Yeah.
For exactly what Jameson had.
It was everything he wanted, and he did top deck the second Power Blast immediately.
Yeah, but it's like Nathan's hand is not that great against a lot of other Death and Taxes hands. It just happened to line up really well there for him.
Glad we have a lot of thought exercises about Black Lotus hands coming on here.
Yeah, that was gross. Hey, I agree with the keep. Okay.
Did you?
Yeah.
Like my hand was disgusting.
Yeah.
No, it was key. Did you have both
Man.
vials in your opener?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Instant keep.
Yeah.
He's got unlucky. Happens.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On camera.
Yeah.
It's specifically on camera.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Is the round almost over?
I don't know. Let's try to check
I can-
PC first, 'cause it's
I can
I'll
go
check you
check.
guys out.
Oh,
Cool,
thanks,
thank you.
JMO.
But yeah, that's like I like when the painter deck does stuff like that though. Like that's when the deck is like just so it just does like mean things.
Yeah.
Like it is the mono red Blood Moon deck. Like it's
Yeah.
like the 6 Blood Moon deck or whatever. So
A lot of the games it wins are gonna be
non-games.
pretty gross.
yeah, you just like put a Blood Moon into play and your opponent just like can't do anything anymore.
Yeah, and if they can, then it's probably bad news for you.
Yeah. I mean, like, look, you don't always have the Purge, the Celestial Purge,
Not always.
the Nature's Claim,
Mm-hmm.
Elvish Spirit Guide, Nature's Claim.
Oblivion Ring.
Why aren't more bug decks just playing Elvish Spirit Guide, Nature's Claim?
Don't know.
Is it not good enough? You
we
think
can innovate. We can bring that to the NV.
we can build this.
What are you gonna play? Oh wait, you don't have to play Legacy. Sorry.
Correct. I would if I would.
if you had to play Legacy at the Invitational.
I'm pretty certain I would play Storm.
Okay. You think it's better positioned than Elves?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I
Because
don't
of the
think.
amount of miracles.
No, because
Why?
the amount of Omni.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
would much rather play against Miracles than play against Omniscience with Elves. It
Okay.
is so hard to
There's
win.
like 14 minutes left in the round.
Sweet.
Cool. Thanks.
dude.
Yeah, like I would not play Elves at the Invitational. I saw that Ross Merriam wrote an article about like what to play this weekend in Worcester, but I didn't
saw
read
that.
it. But I'm assuming he said don't play Elves.
He gave a list at the end.
I'm assuming Elves was not on it.
No, he gave a list of Elves.
Oh, really?
I don't think he was necessarily recommending it. He was like saying, if you were gonna play Elves this weekend, this is like the list I would play.
Shardless, I think, is great right now. I think Shardless is very good. I saw like Lejay's list looked really nice. He's always a guy who does the white splash
Yeah.
for Meddling Mage. I know Jerry doesn't like that, but I think it's very good. I mean, I think you're really bad against combo otherwise.
Yeah, I know our local Shardless Bug aficionado is a big fan of it.
Yeah.
Anthony Zinni.
I think you need it to be Omniscience.
Right.
I think right now like the 2 decks I would most want to have game against
Mm-hmm.
are Omnitel and Miracles.
That makes a lot of sense.
Good night, Cook. In which case I would probably be tempted to play one of those 2 decks.
Yeah, you do have a big target though.
Yeah, I think Omni's just so good.
It's pretty brutal.
Specifically, and I think even though like Miracles is the control deck, I think it's if you play Defense Grid, it is very hard for Miracles to maneuver around that card because because none of their counters hit it.
Yeah.
And they can't really. They have to like leave in suboptimal cards. Like I was watching Joe Lissette stream.
Hands that do absolutely nothing.
It's awesome. Or blow up all your opponent's files.
That was gross.
But I was watching Joe Lissette's stream,
Yeah.
and he was just like, he couldn't decide if he wanted to leave in Council's Judgment,
Yeah.
like both as a 3-drop, and it's just like an answer to Defense Grid because it's just so problematic for what they're doing,
That seems like you definitely leave it in.
right? Well, he was like that, or it was like between that, or like is he leaving? Is he bringing explosives? Commander Mouse, that Mud deck had an Uba Mask in the sideboard. That Ugin deck.
Can you pull up Uba Mask?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I would love to pull up Uba Mask.
Didn't think I was going to be asking that tonight.
Why? Why would you ever not want to pull up Uba Mask?
Let's see.
If you guys want to beat Show and Tell, if you guys want to beat it, this kind of helps.
What?
Yeah. So note one important thing.
It doesn't affect dig through time.
Here's the thing though. It does affect Omniscience. You have to cast Omniscience. Cast things from your hand. They are not in your hand. They're from exile.
Ooh.
So sure you could have dig. I mean, dig will still get you if they put Omniscience into play and then dig, you're dead.
Yeah.
But we saw it happen where it turns off Enter the Infinite, stuff like that.
Well, that's gross.
Yeah, it's great. It's always
Should
fantastic.
I play that?
Uber Mask?
Yeah.
Yeah, snap it off.
Are you yeah, dude, I just bought 2 of them to play because fucking everyone's going to be playing Miracles apparently. I don't know.
And Omniscience.
And Omniscience, so like I got those for my Painter sideboard. I'm taking out a Koth and some other shit fucking card.
Get 'em.
It's like there's a lot of them.
Fuck
Uber
'em.
Mask, guys. You heard it here first. Or also every other stream we've done.
It's like stops every Brainstorm deck.
It's beautiful. Yeah, like it's insane against the card Brainstorm.
They should print Uba Mask on a 2-drop
On
white
a
creature.
white 2/2.
Yeah, maybe with First Strike and maybe Legendary. Maybe with Flying. Like a 2/1 flyer.
What if they just print? What about it was just like Aven Skirmisher, but it had this ability for 2 mana,
Okay.
like Suntail Hawk
How about a 1/2 flyer?
for how much?
2 toughness. 2 mana.
No,
Maybe 3 mana.
flying?
2/2 flyer.
No, maybe 3. Okay, 3 mana 2/2
Okay.
with Uber Mask. It
I
costs
think
white,
this is-
white.
This is a reasonable request, Wizards of the Coast.
I mean, come on, they printed Devout Lightcaster.
Hook me up.
That card's way worse than
Help
this card that we just
me.
made.
Help me.
Yeah, Greg's staring into the camera, asking for help. You're so sad.
I put 4 Ethersworn Cannons in my 75, and now I'm considering switching my Council's Judgments for Oblivion Rings.
God, Oblivion Ring's like not even good enough.
It helps.
Yes, I agree.
Right?
It makes them have to react.
They have to have it right then.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's easy for them to have it right then. Like the problem is
It
always
is.
going to be that like when they go Show and Tell and they
Yeah.
put an Omniscience, and if they have the card Dig Through Time, no matter what trigger is on the stack,
Yeah.
you'll just probably die.
The thing, I mean, you just need multiple of these interaction points. Like, if you have
Yeah.
Canonist...
Yeah.
I mean, if you have Canonist, period, it's great.
Yeah,
But
Canonist
if
is
you have,
just delightful.
If you have, like, Thalia and the O-ring in your hand,
Yeah.
or, like, you know, multiple angles that are coming at them,
Just
also...
more things to deal with it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
If you're able to, yeah, because if you have like something like that, it'd be reasonable. Meddling Squirrel, 3/2 flying Uba Mask, green red.
No.
No.
White.
It's got to be white. I think triple white.
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 How about white 1?
No.
Please.
White 2. 4-drop.
No, can't do it. I'll play Hokori first.
Oh, Corey. What about what was the card? Dust Elemental? Is that
Oh,
what he played?
Yeah, what's his name? Thomas Enevoldson. He had this in his sideboard for Miracles.
Oh yeah.
You or you cast it in response to... Well, you just put it into play, for first of all, but also it's to, like, protect against Terminus.
Really?
It's weird. That was his logic? I don't really know. If anyone can explain it a little better...
I mean, you can return itself.
It was a very bizarre experience meeting him at that tournament, because it was like me and Kyle Houtman, who's another local here. We were stuck at the SCG in Indianapolis in January,
Yeah.
and it was snowing. We had to wait till the next morning to go home, which was also bizarre because the same exact thing happened
Oh yeah, the one
one
the
year
before?
previous,
Yeah.
where everyone got stuck there. Fewer people got stuck there this year.
It was not as bad as it was the year before.
We went to the Ram, which is like one of the main pubs, like bars in downtown Indianapolis, and Thomas Enevoldsen just like walks. We're sitting at the bar getting a drink. We're about to get food. Thomas Enevoldsen just comes and it's like an empty bar. He just comes and sits down directly next to me.
By himself?
Yeah,
Of course.
Or like one over, so it's not like weird because like why would you sit in this seat of all the empty seats? Like
Sure.
it was one over, but he was right there, and it's like, you play Death and Taxes, right?
Oh yeah, because you didn't obviously know. Like you're just confirming with him, just 'cause you don't want to see too creepy. You don't want to like turn to him, and just be like death and taxes. So death and taxes.
Hello, mother of Runes.
Let's talk about Thalia. Do you have some time for the good word of Thalia?
Yeah, it was a good night.
Strange
I
individuals.
think Kyle Hauptman hated us because he plays Sneak and Show, and we were just talking about Death and Taxes for like 2 solid hours. It was also during the Super Bowl, so this is all during. We were just watching the Super Bowl at the bar.
Horrible.
It was a pretty entertaining night.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
I'm really pleased.
I think I had a better time than everyone else put together.
Oh yeah, you were in heaven.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go see if the round is about up.
All right,
think it's been
my
enough
silly
time.
story's over.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm drunk. I'm not actually drunk. I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's my story. Yeah. So, just to call out again, we had a very generous donation tonight from TX Rager, a regular in our chat and a follower of our stream. So he believe he is from Texas, but he's visiting a friend in Chicago today. The store that we cast from is located in Chicago. And so TX Rager donated the sweet World of Warcraft TCG player playmat. So I'll show you that. What? Yeah, so we're going to raffle that off a little bit later, and it's going to be great. And we're probably going to do that after round 3 for any of you guys who want this playmat. Phil is out in the field right now checking what matches we can get for round 3, and very soon that should be coming to you. I believe they're either... There's about 3 minutes left in the round. Yeah, Crimson Viper, it was a very generous offer. And we actually had someone else in the chat earlier offering to donate a Restoration Angel to raffle off, which is also an awesome card. So yeah, I mean, you guys are awesome for liking our stream. We do our best. We're trying to improve gradually as we go. I know Phil and I have improved somewhat with our commentary, but obviously we have plenty of room to still grow. We do definitely enjoy talking about the Legacy crads and bringing you guys some content because we know that it's a little hard to come by sometimes. Of course, this weekend is an exception to that new reality that we live in because there's the SCG in Worcester. I know SCGs on their promotions are pronouncing it Worcester or something like that. It's just Worcester. I don't know. They don't really know how to talk on that.
So we have 5 minutes left in the round, and
Okay.
3 matches are still going.
Oh, that sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, we have at least a couple blue mirrors. Like we had let's see, we had Ant versus Blue Red Delver.
And they were still going.
They were going. I think they just started game 3.
All right.
We had Dan versus Tone. So that's a blue mid-range mirror. Esper versus Blue White Red.
Mm-hmm.
Jeskai. And then we had Kyle versus Ned. So Bug Delver versus Grixis Control.
Yeah.
Looks like Kyle was in the midst of resolving a Delve spell versus a Tasigur. That is not how you pronounce it.
It's Worcester.
Worcester.
It's not Worcester.
Worcester. It's Worcester.
Ugh.
Trust me.
We both went to school in Boston.
It's true.
Worcester! No, that's not how it is.
Worcester. Worcester.
Good grief, yeah. Peculiar Pelican, we will try to post more videos to YouTube.
Yes.
Our stream overlord, Mark McManus, has been traveling the past few weeks for work. So we all live in Chicago, but
Yes.
Mark for his... so he has a job in UX, which is user experience.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a design job for computers.
Thanks, buddy.
Technology, right?
Yep, keep going.
Yeah. So yeah, he's been having to fly to San Francisco for like 4 or 5 day stretches
For like several weeks now.
Yeah, I think he's still trying to like regain his sanity, basically.
Did he send out a big shipment of giveaways?
I think that happened.
He picked them all up. So.
Yeah, so I think he made a run to he made a run to the post office. He still needs to make a run to the YouTube channel though.
Yeah, a run, so to speak.
Yeah.
Isn't he? Is he in town now?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna try to draft Modern Masters sometime this weekend.
Does he have a box?
No, I think he just wants to go to one of the stores and play it. I don't really know why he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
He just randomly likes to draft.
I love drafting.
I love drafting too. He doesn't do it that often though.
No, definitely not.
Maybe he just really wants to open a Goyf. I don't know.
If I had to choose between a deck that's really bad in the current meta or a deck that I'm playing for 6 months, or I would play the deck that's good.
What deck is it?
Yeah, I'm curious what the decks are.
Yeah.
What the bad decks and good decks are here.
If
There
it's-
aren't too many like straight up bad decks. I
Yeah.
think.
If it's goblins, don't do that.
Yes. Don't play goblins. Terminal Lackey might show up in the comments randomly here just to
Yeah.
let you know to play goblins, but do not heed his advice.
Don't play goblins.
No.
I would also
never.
advise against burn.
Yeah, I think Burn is very bad right now.
It's pretty underpowered.
Yeah.
Um,
It's great in Modern. It's like still very good.
it's annoyingly passable.
Okay, so what he means to say there is that it's good. Okay.
I basically will only play a deck in Modern if I think it has a good burn matchup. Like I just refuse to lose to that deck.
I'm the other. I'm about Affinity. I hate
Okay.
losing to Affinity.
All right, I'll lose to Affinity.
No.
I can do it.
No, never. The
I
worst.
respect that deck. So
After-
I will lose to
I
it.
played Merfolk in a couple of tournaments and then got smashed by Affinity and then just threw the deck in the garbage. And by that I
Yeah.
mean returned it to the person I was borrowing it from. Okay, so your choice is Rug and Miracles. Rug is Rug that bad?
I don't think it's that bad.
I don't think it's that great. I actually think the matchup with Omnitel is pretty poor.
Yeah.
Um,
Because your only interaction points are counter spells, you really need to go at them in multiple angles.
Speaking of decks that can't beat a defense grid, just can't get through it. Like
No.
and because of all the soul lands, Daze quickly becomes dead.
Yeah.
From what I hear, the Omni deck is pretty favored against these sort of Delver decks,
Yeah. Rugs.
especially because like Wasteland's not good because they're basically
Yeah.
monocolored.
Yeah, I played that matchup a couple weeks ago, and it felt tough.
Yeah,
It felt very tough.
I think it is. I think it very much is.
So yeah, it might be. I mean, if you have time to prepare, it might be a good idea just to go all in and just play as many games as possible of Miracles.
Yeah, I think Miracles is just great.
It's probably the best deck. That and it's like best deck 1 and best deck 1A with Omnitel,
I agree.
right?
I mean, I think Storm is like also completely acceptable in this sort of like this is the kind of metagame where I would be very happy playing Storm.
Yeah. That takes probably more practice than Miracles even.
I think actually, okay, I'll say this. Ari Lax described this, I think, best. That Miracles is shockingly easy if you're very familiar with Legacy.
Okay.
And
That makes sense.
I completely agree with that statement.
Yeah.
Like you and Julian Knob actually said something similar, where he said he just doesn't really like playing the deck
Yeah.
because it just doesn't actually have that many decisions.
Yeah.
Like you're only doing one thing all the time, which is not dying.
right.
Like just don't lose the game.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like your powerful cards will sort of bail you out of a lot of situations. And I think
You do a lot of repetitive game actions.
Yes, as long as you. I think the hardest part about playing that deck is
Patience.
no. I think it's just being mechanically fast, like
Okay.
with your hands. Like playing the deck in like a real life tournament and just
Yeah.
like making sure that you're playing at a reasonable pace, like topping consistently.
You're
And-
topping correctly too.
Yeah, just like leaving. That's one thing I honestly the thing I screw up the most is I just like misplace cards.
Yeah.
Like just like don't put them back right.
Yeah.
It's like I'm the idiot who like plays who will play against you and be like, oh yeah, I'll like mana leak that and I'll just put down the wrong card in my hand.
Yeah.
Because I'm stupid. Like it's
Because you're playing too fast.
yeah. I try and play very fast for the most part, but it obviously backfires. But I think that's the hardest part about it.
Professor Top Hat, I think that Storm takes more practice than Dredge.
I agree.
Dredge, although a perk with Dredge is that gold fishing with Dredge, I think is more beneficial for learning the deck than it is with Storm.
Gold fishing
think-
is really helpful.
It is helpful, but I think even more so with Dredge.
I can see that.
Like you can say like, all right, I need to beat X and Y card or something with Dredge, and it's like kind of it's more simple, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah. As far as Dredge goes, I think there's just like so for both decks, because they're like combo decks, there's a set of sideboard cards you need to prepare yourself for mentally.
Yeah.
And like be able to like sort of pre-sideboard for in your head.
Yeah.
For post-board games. And so that I think that's far and away the most difficult part of playing these decks.
Yeah.
I think that Storm, because so much of it is cantripping and like so much of it is selection, there are just like so many more decisions you have to make.
Yeah.
And because you're just presented with so many different decisions, you're just far more likely to make a mistake.
Right.
Dredge, I don't think you have as many decisions when you play Dredge.
No.
Like-
a lot of it's on board.
Yeah.
After turn 1, a lot of the time.
Yeah. And like it's easier to overpower your opponent with Dredge.
Yes.
Like with like what you're doing, just because you effectively like draw 6 cards a turn or whatever.
Yeah. And the interaction points are way more specific.
Yeah, I think it's actually more critical for people. I think it's like the bigger challenge is the person playing against you.
Right.
But because like they printed cards like Grafdigger's Cage, which is just like easy mode.
Yeah.
Then it's like it's gotten less difficult. Like when
Yeah.
when they had more specific sideboard hate cards, then it was like something to behold. Like when you're supposed to crack your Tormod's Crypt or what have you.
Yeah.
But it's different now when everyone can just play Grafdigger's Cage or Rest in Peace or Scavenging Ooze.
It's more interesting when you have to beat Dredge without explicit graveyard wipes. Like when you have to beat them just with like a Jitte and some Swords to Plowshares.
or like a Pyromancer and some bolts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like sweet. That's really impressive. Like
It's doable. You just have to play it right.
we watched Kyle do it a few weeks ago on stream, where he just like didn't draw any graveyard hate and just like beat down and like outraced what they were doing with Pyromancers.
Yeah, you can beat their not best hands.
Yeah, you just like get rid of their bridges, and then they just have like a bunch of 1/1s that they put into play that you can just overpower with like elemental tokens.
Yeah, sometimes it involves killing your own creatures to
Yeah.
blow up their bridges.
You're just like bolt my idiot or whatever.
Yeah, but it's not at all intuitive. Like it's one of the matchups where having played against it previously with whatever deck you happen to be playing at that point is super valuable.
I remember a while ago PV did a compendium of like most difficult decks he thought, and he put Storm and Elves as the 2 most difficult as far as
Yeah.
Legacy goes.
I mean, I agree with Storm.
I don't necessarily agree with
I don't know
Elves.
if I agree with Elves either.
I believe the description of sometimes you just draw so many cards that it doesn't matter. And I think that's a pretty good description of like Elves. But close games with Elves are very challenging because
That's true.
your entire deck is just a bunch of 1-drops.
Yeah, top decking
1-drops and tutors.
Yeah,
That's it. Like
one
sure,
is better than the other. To
yeah.
rip.
I mean, sometimes you top deck 2-drops and they're great.
Sometimes you draw 20 cards.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Sometimes you just like cast Glimpse, draw your deck, whatever.
Yeah.
But like most of the time, you're
Most
just
of
like
the time,
grinding
no.
through sweepers post board, grinding through terminuses.
Yeah.
Swords of Posture your guy, Snap Swords your guy, Bolt your guy, and then they play a Jitte, and you have to sit there and hate your fucking life.
Yep.
Pardon the language.
Sounds great.
But I hate it. God, Jitte, what a nightmare.
It's a good card.
But yeah, it's great. Oh, I do enjoy the... Anytime someone beats a turn 1 Empty the Warrens, I'm happy. It's pretty funny to me.
It's gross.
I watched like... I've seen like someone like with 1 Deathrite Shaman in play beat 8 goblins. That was great. It's just like block. Alright, activate. Alright, block, activate. Like, and
Yeah.
just like eventually played like a Liliana and minus to edict one of those away. It was like, it was an amazing thing to watch.
Hello, Ukabukalakatu. It has been a while.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you
Welcome
missed
back.
Mark. I think Mark was on stream yesterday.
Was he?
Yeah, I think he was with Eric yesterday.
No. No, he wasn't.
think-
No, he wasn't here yesterday.
Oh.
I played yesterday.
Oh. Then I'm making stuff up.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Control yourself.
I'll try.
Alright, I think the next round has got to be posted at this point.
Probably. We probably missed it again.
Yep. No one wants to tell us.
No one wants to tell us. We are not welcome here. Maybe they're still wrapping up.
There's 6 minutes past and they're wrapping up right now.
Oh, God. Ugh. Blue mirrors. Although I shouldn't say anything because Death and Taxes is a super slow deck. Ooh, I agree. Firestorm is a great card for the sideboard of Dredge. Although, it's been such a long time since... not such a long time. It's been kind of a long time since we've seen a really high-profile Dredge finish. I wonder if it's just... Rest in Peace is, like, such a more commonly played card. Or is such a commonly played card. Or maybe it's the dominance of Deathrite Shaman. It's hard to say. David Byer... Painter won that matchup on the back of Jameson, the Death and Taxes player, not drawing a white source in Game 3 and getting 2 Aether Vials killed by pyroblasts with Painter Servant in play. So it was pretty sad to see from my perspective, but what can you do? I respect powerful openings, especially out of non-blue decks. Last I saw Dredge win an event was SCG Oakland. Okay, good to know. Yeah, so that's been a little while actually. Yeah. Huh. Professor Top Hat. I like your username. Let's bring up Firestorm. That is a sweet card that does not see enough light of day. With amazing, amazing art. I really wish they could use this art for something else. They probably don't want to introduce this into standard necessarily. Maybe modern. That'd be sweet. It's just such a good art. Ooh. And David Byer makes the good point. Reanimator is the better Dredge deck. It's an interesting, yeah. If you're willing to play a deck that opens yourself up to graveyard hate so strongly, then maybe you want to be the faster deck, and also the deck that's maybe better at interacting quickly. Like you don't have to draw exactly Cabal Therapy very quickly to have a form of interaction, and also like name the right hate piece. You have just Force of Will and Daze in your Reanimator deck, and you can hopefully stop those early hate pieces like Grafdigger's Cage. How you doing, Tony?
Got that Miracle Straw.
So you're 101?
101.
That is the record of not champions.
Yeah.
Alright. So just want to shout out our gracious hosts again. So this is the deck box that these guys just designed. You're going to be able to buy this if you go to GP Vegas. MTG Card Market will be vending there. I believe that they are the #1 signed up VIP vendor, so they have like prime real estate at that GP. So they're gonna be like right in the middle of the hall, and they will be out in force buying and selling Magic cards, shockingly. But I've known these guys for a few years now. I'm a local player in the Chicago area, and everyone here knows Jameson and the other guys that work here, and they're good guys. They give good buy prices. They have good sell prices as well. They have a lot of legacy cards if you guys are fans. So be sure to check them out if you're going to GP Vegas or any upcoming North American GPs, because they usually try to go to all of them. And if you do go talk to Jameson, it would be amazing if any of you guys would give us a little shout out. Maybe like Wooberg sent us here, because it goes a long way in terms of like the support that the store is justified in giving our stream, so hopefully we can grow our stream to more nights of the week, maybe get more commentators in the rotation, more regular hours, because we like doing this. I know I speak for Phil when I say, and obviously Mark as well, we have a really good time doing this. It enriches our experience of the game, and we're glad that you guys in the chat enjoy what we're doing for you. What we're doing for ourselves, too. Round 3?
Why is Firestorm up?
Oh, yeah. We were talking about Dredge.
Obviously. I think I got that far.
It has amazing art.
It does.
This
is
so
a card.
good.
When I was building Dredge, I just couldn't find it. No one has this card. Like, no one owns this card except Dredge players, and they don't get rid of them.
Yes. There are only about 100.
I once saw, or heard, this is an Andrew Shroud story. He killed his opponent.
Yeah.
From 6 life.
Okay.
His opponent. So, Shroud has no cards in library.
Yeah.
When he's about to go to his turn, his opponent has out 2 creatures, and Shroud has 4 zombies.
Oh my god.
So in his upkeep, he Firestorm, discarded 6 cards, and killed him.
All right.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Andrew Shroud is definitely a master.
Yeah, he's great. Also, just like a swell dude.
Yeah,
good guy, Andrew Shroud.
One of the more entertaining people to listen to.
Oh yeah, very much so, and just very affable.
Yeah.
All right, we got Ned.
So we have Ned Kaida Yip on the right. Bug Delver.
Oh yeah.
Bug Delver against Anthony Zinni on the left,
I
who's
think you mean Sultai Delver.
I mean Bug. I mean Sidisi Delver.
DC Delver. Oh wait, this is the third round, right? That was the third round. That was second round.
This is round 3.
Oops.
So Ned's
It's 2-0.
3-0 and Tony is 1-0-1. Yeah. He said he picked up a draw with Miracles last round.
Or whatever Dan's deck was.
Oh, is it like Miracles-esque?
I would assume so. Dan said he went further down the rabbit hole, so maybe he was just playing Miracles. But I don't know how that's further down than the weird like Stoneblade Miracles hybrid he was playing before.
Yeah.
We're gonna remember this time.
Good job, Phil.
But we have another Grixis deck.
It's not. Is it Grixis? Oh yeah.
What do you think?
I thought it was Esper. Nope. Okay.
Zinni usually plays Esper, but not today. Let's see what we got
So
going
we
here.
have 2 Grixis control decks in the house.
Yep.
Crazy.
I think Ned said he's played against it a bunch of times. I
This
wonder if
matchup. I don't know how good it is.
I talked about it with these guys because Ned beat it last round, and it seems like the key to the matchup on Ned's side is Tarmogoyf.
Yeah.
Deathrite Shaman also seems exceptional.
The fight seems like it's young Pyromancer against Tarmogoyf.
Absolutely.
Like which can be better in the
Yeah.
given game.
And it seems like, I mean, Ned's going to have the ability, the easier way to answer
Yeah.
the card. But because Zinni doesn't, I don't think Zinni has too many answers to a resolved Goyf.
This is a fantastic hand for Ned.
Yeah, it's a little awkward that he has 2 copies of a spell, because it means that if Zinni has like a creature this turn, he can sack it. If it was like a Snapcaster or something, he can sack it immediately to steal both those hymns.
Yeah.
But it looks like his only creature is Young Pyromancer, and I just like don't think he can afford to get rid of it. Especially when he saw that Ned's hand has no removal.
It's hard to tell. I mean, so if Tony draws Gataxian Probe or any other 2-drop,
Gataxian Probe in particular, I think, is the best possible.
so he drew
Ooh.
Lightning Bolt.
Bolt's great. I mean, I think you just run out Pyromancer, though.
Yeah.
And just
You
accept the
hope-
fact that you get himmed.
Yeah, hopefully him will hit Force of Will and another like land, I guess.
Yeah. I wonder if he has a basic mountain.
He probably just has to get Volcanic.
Yeah, which is pretty good news for Ned, especially because Zinni knows there's a wasteland lurking.
Right.
Yeah, Ned said he won earlier by just going Goyf,
Yeah.
waste.
That makes sense. The third one is the Rub-In.
Zinni does have both of his basic lands in his hand. He might have another island in his deck, but
Interesting.
he has a
Blue and a black basic.
Yeah. So, okay, note that he has not sacked his Pyromancer here. So Ned is going to get to resolve one of these Hymnotorax, but he's just going to wasteland him.
Well, he can also him.
Oh, yeah, which I think is definitely going to happen
This
here.
seems like a good turn.
We'll see what Zinni has. Zinni has 3 cards, so he gets to keep one of these.
So this is a pretty intensely resource denial filled turn.
If he hits the island, this is absurd.
Yes, it is. And he did.
Obs. Oh, and the
Oh,
bolt.
boy.
What a beating.
Oh boy.
So Zinni draws, and
Tony's got to be feeling it.
it's Force of Will.
That's uncastable.
Attack for 2. Well, he's probably just going to get himmed again.
If he can draw a blue source,
Oh, I think he's assuredly getting Hymnotorax again.
he is. It'll probably not. It probably will get Force of Will just to get a token.
This is also good because Ned just gets to start eating
So
away
he's-
at the graveyard.
All right, so he values 1 life more than 1 token.
I think that's correct.
I don't know. if
Maybe,
I
maybe.
agree.
Like Liliana does mean something.
Yeah.
But another card in the graveyard also means something versus like drawing like
That's
maybe
true.
Tassinger. I don't know. This is a very rough spot for Zinni.
It is brutal. This is the allure to Bug Delver.
Yeah.
You're
Right
in
here.
The first few turns, your cards are so powerful.
I mean, let's see. Zinni mulliganed, so he's down a card, and then he just gets double Hymnotorax.
Hymnotorac's a pretty absurd card. It's not cool.
Is this an upkeep brainstorm?
It might be to try to flip the Delver, just to push your advantage faster.
I guess he wants to give Zinni as few turns as possible. I think this is
A little aggressive.
premature. I mean, like, I think this matchup, like,
Oh, so it wasn't.
oh no,
Actually.
okay, it was main phase. All
It
right.
was main phase.
I like that. I think that's correct.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want to go so far as to say it was correct, but I think it was preferable to just upkeep brainstorm. Like, value is important here, and even Ned's not even doing it to set it up. He's just doing it for a good brainstorm.
Right. Crimson Viper makes a good point though. It should be Bug Delver. I mean, it's Insectile Aberration.
Oh my goodness.
So did Ned? So Ned brainstormed. Maybe he wasn't actually able to set up the Delver.
I don't
'Cause
believe he did.
He just fetched.
Yeah, I was saying that I don't think he.
He hit.
No.
Interesting.
We'll see what he decides to do.
You're gonna change that to bug?
No. Just making it look better.
Sorry, guys, I tried.
All right, let's see the trigger.
No
Breaks.
hit.
I think he had just a bunch of lands that he wanted to get back.
Bug-
Or shuffle back.
Bug Delver is one of the lower hit percentages for Delver decks, right?
Yes, it is.
Because between playing cards like Liliana the Veil and also a slightly higher land count, I think you have a couple fewer hits,
It's like you're playing 20 lands, you're playing creatures, and then you're also playing
like one or two Lilianas.
Yeah. So we have a couple activations of Deathrite Shaman. This is great. Like
I'm gonna make the chat mutiny against you.
no, my goodness. No respect.
No respect.
Do you think this is? This looks to be a Pyroblast on the Delver.
Makes sense.
Just get that thing out of here right now. He could. I don't think he's going to be brainstorming
These
here.
Deathrights are gonna go to work on Tony's graveyard.
Yeah, it's also this is going to be just I think a powerful showing of Deathrite versus versus Delve spells.
Yeah,
like
versus Dig Through Time.
yeah.
This is the alerted Bug Delver.
Yup.
Your cards are just
Powerful.
so powerful for, especially for a Delver deck. You
Yeah.
know, like you're low to the ground, but you're playing like basically almost all of the best low to the ground cards.
Absolutely.
Except Lightning Bolt, basically.
Yeah, as well as like you're playing reasonably efficient spell. Yeah, Lightning Bolt's the big miss. Lightning Bolt and Pyroblast.
I guess I guess one of the biggest alerts is like you're probably the best Delver deck against combo because
Yes.
you have counter spells and hand disruption and graveyard disruption.
I would say you're easily the best Delver deck against combo.
You're also probably the best Delver deck against miracles because you have Abrupt Decay
I think you are, although I think in general Miracles just doesn't really care about
Delver.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
Miracles is just happy to play against Delver,
Any flavor.
more or less.
Gotcha.
All right, we got a brainstorm from Zinni finding Dak Faden, Underground Sea, and Kibble Therapy. Oh my god.
The trolls are not going to end.
Troll is real.
Very real.
Therapy. Let's see what he names
Let's
here.
get some info.
He's not gonna hit.
Maybe Ned will scoop to avoid giving info.
It's a
before game
possibility.
2.
It's just gonna reveal a hand of 2 Misty Rainforests and a Daze.
All right. Days not getting much utility here.
Gonna eat that Cabal Therapy right away.
These Deathrights are just gonna kill Tony.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 4 a turn at the very least.
There's a Decay, nice and sharp policy. Ned not even playing lands, just holding them for Brainstorm.
Yeah, there's no reason to.
Here's Dak Faden.
Tinfin, this is round 3. Our apologies. I do think it says it in the lower left-hand corner.
It does. Right there. I see it.
Thanks for calling us apes, though. That's appreciated.
I respect it.
Should also comment on us being unwashed.
Yes.
Yes.
Filthy animals.
Very filthy.
All right, so that's gonna wrap it up. Just a brutal showing from what Hymn to Torak can do to people. Hymn to Torak's not a nice card.
Yeah.
Who thought that card was okay? Let's see it. This is not Oh my goodness. Look, guys, I'm
Wait.
trying to conform.
Do we call it Grixis?
What do you? Yeah, you can't just go. You can't just pick what you want to do.
That's an old name.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, it's an old name.
Those
It's
names
only-
were cooler.
throw you into the garbage. What is it? 5 years older?
It's because so many people got into the game recently, or like came
Yeah.
back to the game recently.
What,
So it's like for me, like Grixis happened when I wasn't playing.
Yeah,
so
same here.
It's for me. It's more like
Yeah.
accepted. Like, all right, I guess I'll accept that it's just called Grixis now. Just like I will blindly accept that damage does not go on the stack.
Damage not going on this. So I came back like right when they changed that.
I didn't actually understand when I came back. I was like, how do you change that? How is this not how this works?
Honestly, I'm the other way around. They changed that, and I was just like, "Oh, that makes way more sense."
Nah,
Like
it's bullshit.
it took me one tournament to be like, "Wow, this is way better."
It's total bullshit.
Well, I mean, like, look, I used to get destroyed by my friends' decks with
Yes.
Sakura Tribelder in them,
Right.
And like obviously Mog Fanatic was an absolute beating.
Anything to make cards like that better, I'm all for.
I'm not against it, but like Sakura Tribelder is a fine card.
It is.
Mog
It should be
Fanatic's also
great.
a fine card.
It's not that good anymore.
Disagree. Mog Fanatic was a very good card.
Ravager was also better.
Oh
A
yeah.
lot of things were better.
Yeah, nothing like Ravager being better.
Hey,
I always thought to myself that card just, it's okay, but it could be better.
it could be better.
It could have first strike. It could have trample.
Yes, it could.
That's like, I think, the next easiest way.
Yeah.
It's basically giving it trample.
It's probably
Or first strike.
Do you think that's one of the cards that made it so that damage doesn't stack?
I'm pretty...
Like, is that one of the biggest like pain points? Like,
Probably.
they were like, all right, we need to freaking change this.
I don't know. I think they just realized that it was not intuitive.
Right. Okay.
And I think it wasn't intuitive.
David Byer, we have 4 rounds tonight.
Yep, got one more round after this one.
It's safe to assume almost every night we have 4 rounds.
Yeah, we had a string of three and or 0 rounders.
Yeah. The only way we're ever gonna have not 4 rounds is if it's exactly 8 people, so we have 3 rounds, of course, or we don't fire.
Yeah, basically.
Because even if we get 17 players, we cap it at 4 rounds. Because we
Correct.
start at 7:30 Central Time. We all have jobs. Most of us.
Working on it. Might have a job tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah, Phil might have a job tomorrow.
Waiting on it.
You're also, whenever you do get a job, since you have a master's, it's instantly going to be better than my job. So you're going to go from schlub, like unemployed schlub,
To king of the world?
I'm going to feel like a dirtbag.
Yeah. That's my goal. My one goal in life is that I want you to feel like a dirtbag
Yeah.
at all times.
I feel like slightly more of one right now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
My job is done.
I need to shave.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't.
Feeling good.
You're great.
So Zinni was briefly looking at boarding in Flusterstorm.
Yeah.
Thank you, Crimson. But I don't know. I think he rightfully agreed not to really board that card.
Which card?
Flusterstorm.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just a little narrow.
Yeah, I agree.
I've definitely been like back and forth on like how soft counters are against Delver decks. I just don't think they're that good against against Sultai in particular.
It's the most, one of the more mid-rangey Delver strategies.
Yeah.
So it's less likely to, like, it has more mana in the deck, so it's just by numbers less likely to be as powerful.
The biggest question is just like, what are you Flusterstorming? Yeah, I saw it. Like, are you Flusterstorming like Brainstorms? Is that
Yeah.
is that the fight you want to be on? I
It's
don't think so.
It's okay.
It's good versus. It's basically only excellent versus him,
yeah.
and then like average against everything else.
Yeah, it just seems like you might want better mid-game top decks. You know,
Absolutely.
more cards to like catch you up.
Yeah, it's horrible when you're behind.
Yeah.
So Zinni going to start off with a Gataxian Probe for life here, and we see Ned's hand. It's a little. It's not that slow. I mean, this hand looks actually pretty great.
It's solid.
We've got 3 lands, a Deathrite Shaman, a Hymn to Torak, and 2 cantrips.
Yep.
But
That looks like a Bug Delver hand.
yeah, it does. Looks like Zinni does not have a second land though,
Oof.
because he drew Bolt off that Gataxian Probe, and I don't think he had anything like Ponder sticking
Right.
around there.
No Brainstorm. No, he does have 2 Brainstorms.
It is a Brainstorm? Oh, that's fine then. So I think I would be a little tempted to fire off the end of turn there, but I think drawing is fine. And ooh,
Of course he hit.
oh yeah,
Of course.
oh yeah. I wonder.
Why would he not hit?
I think this is a spot where you like don't even need to brainstorm.
Yeah.
You could just bolt right away, be happy. They just knocked the camera. They definitely just knocked the camera.
It looks okay.
Okay, I can't accept okay. See, not sold. Oh my god,
Peb, don't trust anything I say.
it's my rule. We'll see what Zinni decides to do here. Is he gonna let the Deathrite live? I think maybe he's just he's concerned about being screwed off one color of mana.
Yeah, and might want to. I think he might just want to get a better Brainstorm out of this.
Or he might want to counterspell the Hymn to Torak.
That's a good point. That seems completely reasonable, actually.
Because I think Ned's just is forced to just jam it here.
Probably.
Yeah, I think
Him is a card that kind of has diminishing returns.
for the most part, like this is in this control deck at least, like it's generally always going to be relevant because they have like dig through times and like it is. I mean, it's a card that wants to it's a deck that wants to maintain cards in hand for a lot of it. There's like a lot of reactive cards sort of fit in the deck,
Right.
and I think with Counterspell, like the fact that he's able to like turn this 2-for-1 into a 1-for-1 is pretty great.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's going for max value here. He got the Underground Sea so that he can cast Baleful Strix next turn. He's
Why
just gonna
not?
let the Deathrite stick around.
Yeah. It's aggressive.
So Ned gonna exile one of the lands from Zinni's graveyard and cast Ponder. I saw at least one fetch land there. I can't imagine he wants more lands here, unless that top two cards are spells.
I wonder if Tony boarded out any amount of dig through times in this matchup, anticipating that his graveyard's not going to be fully stocked because of Deathrite Shaman.
I wouldn't do
It's
it.
just too good.
Way too good.
Okay.
Way too good.
All right.
I'm
stupid.
It's like it's the Andrew Cuneo control credo.
Yeah.
You just don't side out your card draw.
Okay.
You don't do it, no matter what matchup.
Even
leave
if
it
it's
in.
bad.
Yep, leave it in. It'll probably still be good. It'll
That's
probably
how
still be
you're-
passable.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so yeah, Ned gonna shuffle off that. I think it was like 2 lands him. I don't think you can afford to draw another land. All right, so there's a Baleful Strix and a brick on a land there.
Yeah.
A little awkward.
A little awkward.
We'll see what Ned draws here. Looks like he just drew a land off that off his Ponder, but he did draw a Tarmogoyf here, which is going to be excellent.
Did.
Not great against the Baleful Strix, but
It's
if he's able to
not.
remove it, then it could be quite good.
We might see an attack here as bait to try to get. I don't think he's gonna bite.
I also don't think. Oh, he's not just. Oh, I love
Is that another
Brainstorm.
Tarmogoyf?
No, he drew Golgari Charm, Maelstrom Pulse,
Oh.
and Polluted Delta.
I wonder if he'll wait to try to get extra value
Did you
out
win
of
already?
the Golgari Charm.
Yeah.
Wow, that was fast.
Dude, you just free roll wins every time you draw a painter, and they have 1 card in hand. And you're just like, it's so bad.
All right, so that Brainstorm was excellent for Ned. Gets to shuffle back 2 lands, and now he has I think 4 spells, 1 land or something. Maybe
Yeah.
3 spells, 1 land. So he's gonna fetch up Tropical Island here. Is this a Liliana? Oh yeah. And this is great. I mean, getting a 2-for-1 I think is just good enough
Right.
if you're Ned. You just want to run Zinni out of cards at this point.
Absolutely.
Just run him right into the ground.
Why
There's a
not?
land, and obviously not a red land. I'm
Very awkward.
gonna start with the Brainstorm.
Gotta love 3-color decks.
Oh yeah.
Brainstorm is presumably resolving here. Yep.
Yeah. Drawing another red spell, a cantrip.
Oh, there
Yeah.
it goes.
Just barely.
Yeah.
I have to imagine that. I feel like that underground. Yeah, he's putting back underground CM, one of the 2 Thought Scours,
Makes sense.
Polluted
Yep.
Delta, and a fetch.
See an immediate fetch.
I'd imagine this Deathrite's going to be biting the dust right
Yeah.
now. And now I think Zinni's back in the game.
Yeah.
I think he was actually a little behind until he hit exactly that fetch limit. He really needed to deal with this Deathrite, because this Deathrite was just going to start eating his graveyard like crazy and just being just a general nuisance. And no, get in there, Baleful Strix. I do like the sideboard of I do like Golgari Charm in general in this matchup.
Seems great against the Baleful Strix / Young Pyromancer deck.
Yeah, and Ned obviously very good at drawing lands in his 20-land deck. Drew a Verdant Catacombs.
Why would he not?
So his hand, I believe, is another fetch land, his 5th land, and Golgari Charm and Maelstrom Pulse. This has got to be a big goif.
If Tony commits the Vendilion Click to the board,
That Golgari Charm is going to be a beating.
yeah, it's gonna be gross. It looks like Tony boarded in. Is that Engineered Plague?
That was Cabal Therapy.
Okay. I don't know why I thought that was Engineered Plague.
Definitely not. Ooh, Brainstorm off the top for Ned. Just always a delightful draw.
Yeah.
You make
Makes drawing that Verdant Catacomb seem not so bad.
no, or even just having that excess land in his hand.
Right.
Unless that's
Looks like he's gonna fire off the Golgari Charm. He wants to get in with the Goyf.
it also grows the goif as an artifact in the graveyard.
There's no instance here where the Goyf can die, right? It's too large already.
Oh, it's way too big.
To team up with the Lightning Bolt, I mean, you know?
No. I would
So-
like to. Oh, it's right there. It's a 5/6. So he takes 4 here.
Yeah, attack for 4 because Golgari Charm shrunk it slightly.
Yeah, because we have artifact, creature, land, instant, sorcery.
Planeswalker.
Planeswalker. It's a 6/7. Is it really? Maybe it's.
It might be missing one of those.
No. Is there no sorcery?
Oh, what is the art? Oh, Baleful Strix.
I think there's no sorcery.
Oh yeah, you're right.
No, Ned cast a ponder earlier.
Did he? Was that this
Yeah.
game?
Yeah, it should be a 6/7.
Want me to go check?
Yeah. Can you also confirm life totals for me? Great. A word replacer add-on for Chrome. You guys trying really hard to make me not call this Sultai Delver. It's too late though. It's done. I won't stop it. I see a brainstorm here from Ned. Yeah, it looks like it is a 6/7. Wow. There's a large Goyf. No, Baleful Strix was not exiled to the Force of Will. Thought Scour was. Baleful Strix was cast.
Life totals are 10 to 17.
Ooh.
Goyf is in fact a 6/7.
It's a big Goyf.
Big Goyf.
I think Ned just has all lands in his hand.
Gross.
I think the pulse was shipped to the bottom there.
Makes sense.
Or maybe, I think Zinni might have just let him keep the pulse.
Ah.
2, 3. Oh dear. That's a good magic card.
Blood Moon?
It's above average.
It's okay against this deck.
Not great in this scenario. It's Bug Dude.
Crimson, the reason that Phil is making it Sultai Delver instead of Bug Delver is because he wants to be hired by Star City Games.
That's it. No, man, I want to be hired by WotC, who needs people to play. Who needs new people.
That's a good point.
I don't know if Zinni can beat this Goyf.
Gotta get some new blood in there
Oh, yeah.
with the corporate approved names. We're gonna rename Phil to Sultai Silverman.
Sultai Silverman. My name's not Bug. See a swing for 3 and then a pass at the turn. This Goyf is going to take a giant chunk out of, his
Tony's face.
so it looks like Ned actually hid the Maelstrom Pulse on top of his deck with Brainstorm.
Okay.
I don't know what Zinni can draw here. Dig Through Time? It's got to be his best draw.
Most likely. Jace the Mind Sculptor.
That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one.
Hello, friend.
He doesn't have the land, unfortunately, so he can't go do this and then therapy it away.
Yeah.
Let's get the swing for 3. Ned, very crafty of Ned to hide that pulse, though, because it's going to be incredibly important right here.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, he's going to be able to just knock off this Jace instantly. Well, Sorcery Speed. I don't mind you guys just blatantly changing our names.
Yeah, do it. I hate my name.
You see 2 fetches on the end step for Ned. I think he's aware that he's gonna be using all of his lands on this turn. He has no other all of his mana just for going Goyf and Pulse. So
makes sense.
Might as well thin the deck out a little bit. I mean, he doesn't even have that many lands left in his deck at this point.
Not really. There's a lot of fetches in the bin.
Wasteland's got to be an excellent draw here.
Seems good. Take out the black mana.
Mm-hmm. Plus, it means it's a spell he doesn't have to spend mana on effectively.
Yeah.
Free single.
How do you feel these 2 decks are positioned in the wider Legacy metagame? Like, are these decks good against Miracles and Omnitel? Would you say? Like they're both, I guess, fine in those matchups.
Is Ned?
Is he failing to find?
I saw a Bayou in his deck.
Interesting. Maybe he just didn't see it.
Oh my god, I think he didn't see it.
Oof.
Oh, he has a land in his hand.
Okay.
I was pretty sure I saw a Bayou in there, but he does have the land in his hand.
So
he
maybe...
has 2 more. Are those all the lands in his deck? Wow, that honestly might be every land in his
Ned's
deck.
a lucky dude.
There's no way he has 3 Bayous, so I think I was just mistaken.
Sure.
Get out of here, Jace.
Seems good. Not the most efficiently removed Jace ever, but not bad.
Oh, I think it's about as good as it gets. Oh yeah, because he knew that. I think he knew that Jace was there from the Brainstorm.
Yeah. This is a pretty awkward Blood Moon, because
It's one way to put it.
It's going to turn a lot of stuff off for Tony as well.
I think it's actually horrible here. I mean, he can't cast it because then he can't cast Dig Through Time anymore.
Yeah. Because he's behind on board, you mean?
I think that's the one spell that sort of catches him up here.
Yeah.
He needs to dig into Pyromancer or something. And Ned just has 2 blanks. I don't know if Ned will Thoughtseize here. He might as well. It's kind of a free roll.
Yeah, Tony might probably name something like Tarmogoyf there with that Cabal Therapy.
I think he names Decay.
Okay.
I think he names... Because Decay just kills him.
Because he has to chump block here?
Yes.
It's gross.
Wasteland your Black Source.
That is a good
Swing.
draw.
Chump block. And Ned is going to Thoughtseize. I'd imagine that he's just going to take the Pyroblast here?
And Tony can't
there's a bolt too.
Tony can't even bolt in response to kill the Goyf because it's so large.
Yeah, it's a 7/8.
This is what happens when Tarmogoyf is enormous. Did it just move up more? Is that the first enchantment in the graveyard?
Might be the second one.
Oh my god.
Blood Moon. Go.
Block with Blood Moon. Yeah. Tony extends the hand.
All right.
That was a fun match.
That was sweet.
Man, Ned just stomping tonight.
Cleaning up.
Yeah, 3-0 with Bug Delver. Sultai Delver.
3-0 with Sultai Delver, as they said.
3-0 for Sultai Silverman over here.
Sultai Silver.
Uh,
PJ Sultai.
Should we raffle off this playmat?
I think we should.
End of round 3, right?
Yeah.
Good as time as any.
You guys want
All
this
right.
sweet play, Matt?
This was given to us courtesy of TX Rager. I'm going to hold it back here.
Friend of the stream, TX
Yeah.
Rager.
He's from Texas. He's in town visiting a friend.
It's awesome.
So he's been coming in the store, hanging out.
He's playing Storm tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I talked to him about Storm
Yeah.
before.
Dishing out some advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we will be raffling this off momentarily.
Yeah. All right. So
Uh,
rules, as always, follow the stream. If you win and you're not following, we can't give it to you.
Yes.
This is the early raffle. We're doing it now, Rambo Jesus.
One raffle.
But yeah. So make sure you're following the stream. When we start the raffle, you will type !raffle into the chat, and
Not-
then you will be added automatically. We will do an example.
Not waffle.
Although
Despite what
you,
other people will do.
you can do that later if you feel like.
Yes.
That's fine.
Thank you for the follow, Sir Cucumber.
Yeah, don't worry, Crimson. I took Sultai off screen.
Also, thank you, Tag, Taffaline, Another Dude, Water, Danwart, and Water TV.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you all for following.
Thank all of you.
Yeah, just like how Rambo Jesus did it, but after we start the raffle.
Also, Andali. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna reset this here raffle. Great. It reset, and it's open.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is type !raffle, and you will be added.
Who wants to win a sweet mouse pad?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We can't be the only ones who use it.
No.
Who use it as such. I'm sure
What-
everyone does it like that.
When I work from home, I use my Brainstorm mat as a mouse pad.
Oh, okay. I don't use my good ones. I use
Yeah.
I have like, right now since people at GPs
Yeah.
stopped buying them.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a rolled up wad.
Who stopped buying?
Like everyone, they don't like buy the GP because they have like it's
they have
really
too
annoying.
many? Like,
Yeah, they also have just like 2 mats now. Like they have like they have like the official MTG one, and then they have like the venue specific one, which you only get from playing like
Oh.
side events.
Weird.
And the like the venue specific one is always the good looking one, and then the one you get for just joining the GP is always just like a card.
yeah, okay.
So like I have like one that has like Whisperwood Elemental on it,
Oh.
or like Great Teacher's Decree or something.
Ooh, not the best
No,
choices there.
No, Whisperwood's okay.
Some of them are sweet.
like
The
some-
SCG ones are sweet. Like the Eternal Witness playmat, that looks cool.
Eternal Witness or Eternal Witness.
Eternal Witness.
All the ones they've done for GPs have been like great cards.
Yeah.
Like the one for
Brainstorm art.
the one for Modern is Noble Hierarch.
Yeah, it's sweet
Amazing.
art.
I think the best mat this year has gotta be GP Lily.
Which was the
Sensei's Divining Top.
Lille,
Whatever.
right?
I don't know. I don't speak French.
Phil is uncouth.
Took French in high school.
Good job. I took it in elementary school.
We've gone far.
Yeah.
GP Lille.
yeah.
That's it, right?
Lille.
It's Lille. Lille. I can't say it.
I think I won that.
I think I lost. I'm dead.
dead.
But yeah,
that playmat was sweet.
it's really nice.
There's also the Therese Nielsen one.
Yeah, that's
it's
just
not
like-
GP related.
Yeah, it's not GP related.
Sold at GPs or
If she's there.
GP.
I don't know.
I think she's selling it at GP Charlotte.
Is there have they revealed the Seattle mat yet?
Not to my knowledge.
I'm
It's
sure-
a little far away.
I'm sure it'll be
still.
something sweet.
Yeah. Maybe
Do
like
you know if Channel Fireball's running it?
Omniscience. That would be a cool one.
I'd be a fan. Or just like Show and Tell.
Eh.
I love the
And
original
take it
for
or
Show and
leave
Tell.
it.
It's so goofy.
Eh.
It's like so perfect old school magic.
Enter the Infinite would be cool, but that card's not even played in the deck ananymore.
I love the art on that card's unreal.
It's awesome.
Just like any sort of legacy staple, I would be happy with.
Oh, if they did the art from the Thalia that they haven't released yet,
I hate that art.
I like it.
I'm sure you. It doesn't take much for you to be like, is it art about Thalia? Yay! I'm into it. What
Yeah.
about Lord of Atlantis?
Oh, you mean the awesome Lord of Atlantis? Like
The old one.
Yeah.
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 No, the 7th edition one.
No,
Let's
not
pull
that
up
one.
the 7th edition. Lord of Atlantis.
No.
I'm a fan.
My copies of Lord of Atlantis are the JSS promos from way back in the day, and they're gorgeous.
Big
No,
Big
not
Mike
that
Wood.
art.
Let's leave that out there.
Ooh.
You did not miss the raffle. Feel free to join. Exclamation point raffle, all lowercase.
Yeah, you can still join. We haven't counted down yet. Please get that art off.
There's a
Get it back to
no.
beta.
We-
Get it
we
back
need-
to
we-
beta.
We need all 7th edition all the
No.
time. Look at this. Look at that beautiful 7th edition art.
They don't have the JSS.
This is Greg Staples. Greg Staples is a phenomenal artist.
Oh, he should go fuck himself because he created this art.
That's a little aggressive. I mean, look, 7th edition, the old adage, the art in 7th edition is horrible unless it's not.
Okay.
Example.
Shout out to Greg Staples in the chat.
This is the regular coat of arms art.
It has very good art.
7th edition is beautiful. It's great. I love this art.
That art is good.
So good. D. Alexander Gregory is also phenomenal.
Cool.
All right, yeah. There's a Legacy Grand Prix in Seattle at
I think
September.
I think it's November.
November. It's towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about 7th edition stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about how great the art is.
Dude.
How horrible it is unless it isn't.
I've been playing. I'm gonna start playing Grixis Twin in Modern, and if you think I'm not playing 7th edition Duress,
Ooh, let's
you're,
pull up.
you're incorrect.
Let's pull up 7th edition Duress, which is hideous. Oh my, if I remember correctly.
We're joined by
Oh
Manette.
yeah, I know a lot of people who are big fan. The foil of this card is extremely expensive.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
people like it for some reason.
Foil 7th edition cards.
Yeah, Crimson. It's Tacoma, which is definitely not Seattle. It's like an hour out or something like
I think
that.
40 minutes. I'm not.
It's one of those things where it's like SCG Boston, but it's actually in Worcester.
Yeah.
Like, Worcester's awful.
For the
Not
record,
shut
though,
up.
like the first core set that was out when I started playing Magic was 7th edition,
Oh,
and
really?
my favorite card from 7th edition was Duress. So
That's
like,
pretty advanced.
Yeah.
For like that being your favorite card so
when,
quickly.
when I first started playing Magic, my favorite cards were like Dark Rit, Vamp Tutor, and like Duress.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just went straight to the spikiness.
Yeah.
Great, yeah, Dark
good
Rit's
taste.
the best.
I liked rocks.
Rocks. I was a big fan of Spined Fluke.
Okay.
And other such black.
now we know
mascots.
why Ned is terrible.
Yeah, this
Phil
art
is
is
terrible.
You also
Horrible.
know why I'm terrible.
All right, guys. We're gonna end the raffle. If you haven't entered, please enter. Remember, you have to be following the stream. Click that purple follow button. It's very easy. Click it.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna count it down. I always screw this up. 56. That's actually 6 instead of 5.
I think you have to. You should probably count down from 56 now.
3. No,
Okay.
we jumped ahead.
Saved everyone some time.
And let's draw a winner. And let's announce. Asnopium, congratulations! You have just won this sweet playmat.
Yeah.
It's shown on.
Courtesy of TX Rager, one of our fans.
Woo!
Thanks for donating.
Again,
It's upside down.
Yeah. Again, thank you to TX Rager for donating this. That was like it was super nice of him to just like come in and like donate something to the stream.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
But
Someone else mentioned in the chat earlier they want to donate a Restoration Angel, just to raffle off. Sweet.
oh, it's pronounced. I think it actually might be pronounced Asian opium, Asian opium,
Maybe.
right? I don't know. Do whatever you want.
can't
I
speak
liked
for all Asian.
Asnopium.
Asnopium is also pretty good. Congrats.
So,
Okay,
Phil, are you gonna be able to draw the last round, or do you have to?
I'm
bow
I
Phil.
down?
think I have to play.
I'm Phil.
Yeah.
That's Ned.
Because I was the only undefeated player going into that round, so
Yeah.
I'm the only 3-0 now.
Yeah.
So I think I have to scrap it out. Because I don't think anyone can draw with me profitably.
Yeah. If you play and you lose, you might still get first.
I might still get first just on tiebreakers.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If Dan won, you could probably draw.
Maybe. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, and then just to finish my thought on like Duress, Dark Rit, and Vamp, I can't take credit for being smart. Like, I saw basically what happened was I was looking at deck lists as all kids do when they're getting into Magic.
Yeah.
And one of the most beautiful deck list I ever saw was John Finkel's Napster Mono Blacklist.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
just, as soon as I
Classic.
saw it, it was just like
Love at
my
first sight.
my 7th grade heart was in flutter. I just loved it. 'Cause it was-
Phyrexian Negator.
Phyrexian Negator, Dark Rit, 4 Vamp Tutor, 4 Yogwill. That was legal in Standard. What?
You gotta rebuy those Dark Rits.
Yeah, dude. It was, yeah, so I can't take credit for being smart or anything. I just saw it and, like, fell in love.
I think I remember looking at that deck in Sideboard magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Or
bet it-
Scry. Maybe Scry or
I bet
Inquest.
you and I saw it in the same place.
I definitely remember reading Inquest when I was a kid and like looking at like Black Lotus. I was like, how can anyone afford a $30 card? I like couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just like look at all these cards. Like I think the most expensive card in like Stronghold was Sliver Queen for a while.
Yeah.
Sliver Queen was very expensive.
Definitely. $20 maybe.
Oh yeah, that card did not ever get cheaper.
Nope.
Only got more expensive.
Yep.
Um,
Magic cards are a good investment sometimes.
yeah, sometimes.
Occasionally.
Well, once you buy into Legacy, if you buy into Legacy, you're set. Your
Yeah.
investment's only going to go up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just the way that works.
Yeah,
It's like
but-
real estate. They're not making any more of it.
Thank you, the reserve list. That's the
Yeah.
one thing you can be sure of is that the reserve list is there.
Yeah.
They'll help you out.
Death, taxes, and the reserve list.
Yes.
Am I right?
Can we just appreciate this Llanowar Elves art a little more? I'm not over it about how
That's my again.
terrible it
The
is.
seventh edition thing has made it my favorite Llanowar Elves.
Yeah, it's not even like the original Llanowar Elves art is good. Like
No,
I don't think it's good. I
really
think
bad. It looks
it's,
like a punk rocker.
yeah, it looks like
Fucking pink mohawk.
it looks like the dude got acid thrown on his face. Like, it looks a little painful. It's
Not
still the
great.
most expensive in Stronghold. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's way more expensive than Ensnaring Bridge.
It's only been reprinted in what, like a special box
It's
set or something?
never been reprinted.
Never?
No.
Wow.
Let's look up Sliver Queen. Let's see if there are any other printings, but I don't think there are.
Do we know if anyone out there today is playing Silver Queen?
I believe not. This is a $42 Magic.
Yeah, that's you could buy 2 Ensnaring Bridges with that money.
Oh my
People
goodness.
like their slivers and
What
their E
deck
EDH.
even
Something's
plays this?
EDH.
What is that?
Commander.
It is
Oh, Commander.
it is your commander.
Gotcha.
I presume.
This card has just always been. This is like one of the splashiest casual cards of all time.
Yeah,
Always. It was. I think it's the first card with Wooburg mana.
probably.
I think it was.
This is probably.
So is the Sliver Queen our mascot then?
It,
gonna
we should
say.
probably claim it as such at least. We have a few choices.
Okay.
Word of Notions is another, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Child of Alara.
Yeah, Sliver Queen's cooler though.
What do you? So you guys should vote in chat. What
Yeah.
What should be our mascot?
Has to have casting cost Wooburg.
Like it can't be Coalition Victory, right?
Yeah, we
Or, like-
can't. We can't have Chromanticore.
What? Krantikor has Wooburg mana.
It can be Chromanticore.
Wow. Excellent.
I'm
Wonderful.
doing well tonight.
Yeah.
My brain is entirely here.
This card is pretty good with Fist of the Suns. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
Chromat is a good one. Sliver Hive Lord.
We gotta talk to Mark about this. Maybe we can get T-shirts.
Yeah. There are 4 slivers with. Yeah, there are 4 different slivers with Wooburg mana cost.
Wow.
It's like Sliver Queen, Sliver Queen,
Yeah.
Sliver Legion, Sliver Overlord,
Sure.
the indestructible one, and yeah, Sliver Hive Lord. Is that the one?
Maybe we should look into playing slivers at the Invitational.
Collected Company slivers. Or maybe there's this one. Yeah, this is the new one, Sliver Hive Lord.
Okay.
If we're gonna do a Sliver, I think it has to be Sliver Queen, right?
Yeah.
Like the original, the OG,
Yeah.
the original.
This one's just boring. It's just a big idiot.
And we can call ourselves the Sliver Kids.
No. I don't think we can do that.
Come on, we get matching tattoos. It'll be not
Yeah.
a decision we regret at all.
Oh, 1996 World Champion is a good one.
Okay.
I think I think okay, I actually did see that. So there was in the last Star City Games Premier IQ, the
Yeah.
modern one, Slivers was in top
I
8.
saw that.
Collected Company Slivers.
2 Collected Company, 4 Aether Vial. The rest of the deck is lands and slivers.
I can't say I agreed with a lot of the deck construction because I would be lying. Because why would you not play 4 Collected Companies in your Collected Company deck?
Oh.
But I gotta say, some of those things, like I really like the idea of a beat down Collected Company deck.
Yes.
I think you don't need to play slivers to do that. I think you could play good creatures, like Abzan creatures.
You just play like a zoo deck.
Or you just play like the Abzan deck and you just like cut the combo.
Oh,
Could
like
you just play Little Zoo with like 4 Collected Companies jammed into it?
yeah, you
Maybe.
Just, you just hit like Tarmogoyf and Geistesane Trapped and Night of the Reliquary. And Wild Mikado if you
Sounds
want
great.
it.
I'd be into it.
Would you even play that in the main deck though? Would it be a sideboard card?
What? Collected Company?
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Like, because the reason it's sort of appealing, I guess, in the Abzan deck is because you have mana dorks, and you're
Yeah.
not really like the only mana dork you can really play in a zoo deck is Noble Hierarch.
It's a
right?
it's a way more powerful turn 3 play than 4.
Yeah, yeah. And like the Sliver deck certainly can't do that. Well, actually they can because of Gemhide Sliver and Manawef Sliver.
Okay.
I'm sure you've considered these
Thank
options.
you for that. My
Hold
day
Is
my day
the,
is complete.
Is Crystalline Sliver legal in
No,
modern?
no, it is not.
That's the
Okay.
best one.
Crystalline Sliver is
That's kind of the whole reason to be in Sliver.
Yeah.
in Legacy at least. Yeah, I can't
'Cause I've
imagine.
seen Legacy Slivers top 8 before.
Yeah, that deck can do really gross things.
Yeah.
I've seen
I mean, I don't know if I play Bug Delver. I don't know if my deck can beat that.
You
If
can-
it's like
I
there's a
actually-
Crystalline Sliver. I'm like,
I actually don't think you could beat a Crystalline
Yeah,
Sliver. I don't think
no.
that was what I've watched. I remember watching someone play the deck, and they like played against Rug Delver, and they put a crystalline sliver into play, and the game ended.
Yeah.
It was just over. Like they had like bolts in their hands that were now lava spikes.
Yeah, it
And
was
that
like
was it.
crystalline sliver, muscle sliver, you lose. It was like, oh yeah, that's yep.
Yeah. They should make a merfolk like that. There are 2 L's.
I believe they did. It's called Kira Great Glass Splinter.
That card sucks.
Yes.
That card's also, I think, a spirit, not a merfolk.
It is.
True.
It is a
But
spirit.
you can always.
It's an honorary merfolk.
It's a spirit. It's a merfolk spirit.
CMC3 though.
It's a merfolk
Aether Vial don't care what creature type you are.
True.
Yeah,
So-
that's a good point.
Dial it in.
Although Greg is of the opinion that you should just not put 3 drops in your Aether Vial deck because he
No.
doesn't believe in efficiency.
No, you just put the trigger on the stack. You put in another 2-drop, and then the next turn you go up to 4 and put Master Waves into play.
This is expert deck building, by the way.
Yes.
Simon Camero,
Take a bow.
modern fish expert.
Yeah.
What is Legacy Weapon? Great question. What is Legacy Weapon?
What isn't it?
Good old Urza head.
It's the name of a good legacy-based article series.
Yes, it is.
That art is so good.
Yeah, that's
oh
great.
my
How did
god.
we get from a ship to a dude holding a head? Those aren't even the same thing.
Yeah, I don't
that
understand
happen?
which one is the Legacy
Yeah.
Weapon, right?
Is it the ship? Is it Urza's head? Is it Urza's head inside the ship?
I couldn't
Is
tell
it
you.
guy holding Urza's head?
I actually think that the weapon is Karn. I think Karn is the weapon. Is
I
that
don't
the
know.
So
lore?
you were supposed to imagine he's inside the ship.
You don't think it's the rainbow?
The rainbow
It could be
might
the
be.
rainbow.
This really is wonderful art. John Avon killing it.
Yeah.
It's like how it's like moonlight, and then once it goes through the ship, it's like
Prismatic.
beautiful.
Do you think we're missing round 4 right now?
Yes.
Okay.
someone would have told me if I was about to lose.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Scum me.
Maybe.
Is the round starting?
I'll check.
Tell us, Ned. I almost called him Phil.
8 more
Oh,
minutes. That's
okay.
750.
So you just destroyed Tony too quickly.
The legacy weapon
got
is
really
Karn's
lucky.
energy stones. Okay, so the 10th
Whoa.
edition art makes way more sense than the art before. But although I guess these stones are the prismatic action going on in the apocalypse art.
Yeah.
We are, after all, amateur magic art analysts.
This art's not bad. It's Therese Nielsen.
This art's excellent.
It's just totally different.
Yeah. It is extremely different.
Yeah.
It's not the art quality that bothered me. It was the fact that they were totally disparate.
It's the dissonance. There's
Yeah.
nothing.
It
There's
just,
nothing like one
there's
another.
nothing remotely similar about these pictures. At least when it's Llanowar elves, you're like, yeah, there's a guy. He's an elf. I get it.
I respect it.
If they printed this card that Emgrin suggested, Sliver Guardian of Slivers.
Oh my god.
2/1 for 1 and a white. Slivers have Thalia.
Slivers have Thalia.
Yes.
I would
That would be very good.
start doing opponents can't cast spells sliver. There you go. Perfect. Your combo matchup's just everything. What about a curse? What about sliver catcher or curse sliver?
Ooh.
Like all slivers get curse catcher ability?
Yeah.
Is there something like that? There's got to be actually one that's pretty close to that.
I'm not sure. Not to my knowledge.
my
There's Judge's Familiar, but that's an owl.
It's not even close to a sliver.
Or actually, I guess it's a bird.
It's definitely
Oh,
a bird.
There are no creature type owls, which is bullshit,
And what-
Watsy.
As far as
Yeah,
I know,
Sage's familiar bird.
I think the deck really beat up on like the fair decks because I don't remember there was anything that did like Judge Familiar or like Spiketail Hatchling things.
No, there's nothing like that.
I felt it was
Oh,
more like
Next round?
Did,
Nice.
did Dan win? Did Dan Johnson win?
What was he playing against?
I don't know. Hold on, guys. Trying to figure out our next match.
No, he lost to Nathan.
He lost to Nathan. Oh, so that means that Ned is the only one with the only one with his record. I think Ned actually is first place with a concession.
Yeah.
Um,
Should we put Ned on camera again? Or should we look for who else?
we'll take a look. I'll come take a
Yeah,
look.
you go pick. You're better at picking than I am.
I like that they said that the sliver is balanced because it doesn't have.
If Jameson's 2/1, just think about it. I might be extremely selfish with my picks. Diffusion Sliver. Let's pull that one out. I'm bad at typing. Sorry, everyone. Ooh. Diffusion Sliver gives the Frost Titan ability. That's sweet. I think they can reprint Crystalline Sliver. It wouldn't be too good, right? Probably not. Alright, I'm gonna name everything Bug Delver now. Real quick. Just gonna name the stream Bug Delver. Thank you, Crimson Viper, for the support. I'll just push Phil away, keep him at arm's length. Ooh. So Rambo Jesus gives us a comment. So I need a legacy deck for GP Charlotte, and I was going to play Werewolf Stompy because I already own the Soul Lands and Prison Shell. Is this a good call? Is there a better legacy deck with a similar shell? So you have Soul Lands, and you have... So you could put it towards something like Painter, or perhaps... What else is a good use for Soul Lands? I mean, Omnitel, actually, if you have like, Omnitel's not actually that expensive of a deck. You just have to get the Show and Tells and the Force of Wills. Those are the big things, I think. And past that, if you already have City of Traders, then it's not that expensive of a deck. The nice thing is that you don't have to really get many dual lands. So that's a pretty big draw to that deck in terms of affordability. Also, I think Show and Tell is maybe like $60 now, which is not the most expensive really as far as legacy staples go. But you know, that play style is not really for everyone. So as Napium makes a good point, you can play a Metalworker deck like we saw on camera in round 1 tonight.
Yeah, they were playing like it was Mud versus Bug. We've already seen them play.
Okay.
We haven't seen either of these decks play. It's Dan versus our very own TX Rager, Todd
Cool.
Wilson.
Nice. So this is Storm against...
Miracles. It's like Miracles with Stoneforge Mystic.
Okay. It's like a more fairish version of like the Miracle
Yeah, it seems like I don't know what this warning
archetype, I guess.
I got a warning. I don't know what that means.
A warning? What did you get warned about?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Match record. I'm not sure about records here. Let's see. Ned, Todd Wilson.
You want me to bop out and check?
No, I think I know what they are.
Okay. Do you think they're 2-1? 1-2?
No, I think Todd is 0-2-1, something ridiculous like that. Like just like some combination of things like that. I think he has 1 point.
Okay.
I think these two were like the fourth seed or whatever, but I'd rather watch their decks.
Yeah.
I think you guys would agree with me.
Yeah, I guess we've seen most of the room aside from these guys tonight. So we're just trying to get some variety.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, in Legacy, especially in these short tournaments, it's not like, you know, everyone has their off nights.
Yes.
I've gone 0-3 in these tournaments. It happens.
I'm pretty sure if I've gone 0-3, I've dropped immediately after that.
Yeah.
But I can't be certain.
I didn't stick around for the fourth.
Plus, I don't know how much Todd's actually played with this deck. Ooh, I'm gonna pull that up. All right.
And this is definitely a hard deck to jump in on.
I would agree. All right, so we got a Gitaxian Probe starting things off.
So a 6-card hand from Dan here.
And it's not ideal in this matchup, but it does have a top.
It has a top, it has a ponder, it has a counterspell. It's not the worst. The Terminus is obviously not ideal, but what can you do?
Yeah. Like you can't. The problem with Miracles in general is like in this matchup, it's a little harder for them to win game one unless they quickly assemble the combo.
Yeah.
Just because like you just have so many bad cards.
Yeah, and your clock is anemic.
Yeah, that's sort of the benefit of the Stoneforge Mystic package. At least you have like a little bit faster of a clock,
Right.
and the life gain is relevant. And Dan fixing graveyard order. It does matter in this format, although likely not.
In these decks
No,
specifically.
I don't think anyone is playing Corpse Dance
No,
or Nether Spirit.
likely not.
Let's see what we got here from Todd. Cabal Therapy. I imagine that counterspell is gone.
Yep.
And it is.
Makes sense.
I like that. Looks like his hand is just a couple other lands. Not much action, it looks like. Looks like did Todd also mulligan?
I think so.
He must have, right?
It
One,
seems unlikely
two-
for me
yeah,
that low on cards,
It's
right?
He has 6 cards.
Yeah.
So Dan opting for a turn 1 Ponder instead of turn 1 Top.
Yeah. Maybe just looking to get a creature in play. Like if you find Stoneforge,
Or just draw another like counterspell or something like that.
yeah, get shields up.
Let's see what we got here. So Dan gonna draw off Ponder. I think he just drew another land.
Mm.
Yep. Dark Ritual. That's a start. You got to start somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like Todd Sam was a little bit weak here. Not really full of the powerful cantrips.
Yeah.
Brainstorm, I think, will turn on a lot of things for his hand.
Right.
But 3 lands is like about one more than you really want.
Yeah.
Especially when you like, it's easy to go a little faster against Miracles in game 1, just because they just have not much resistance.
A lot of Termini and Swords to Plowshares.
Yep. Top is very frustrating to play with, though.
Yeah.
Just because of the unfortunate combination of floating a Force of Will. It is my nightmare. I can't stand when that happens. Horrible. But Todd drawing just a bunch of mana right now. It looks like he's just short an Infernal Tuner for a kill.
Yeah.
I believe with the LED and the Dark Ritual.
Is
I
that a
believe
Cabal Ritual as well?
yes.
Okay.
And I think the last card is a probe.
Yeah, I agree.
So Dan seeing Brainstorm, Terminus, Swords to Plowshare. I'd imagine
One of those is better than the others.
I imagine he's going to shuffle away these with the Flooded Strand in his hand.
Makes sense.
He's going to cast the Brainstorm. I think he's just going to put back the Terminus, the other Terminus in his hand here.
Yeah.
Is that a Trinium Nemesis?
I might not have minded fetching first and then brainstorming. Although I guess, it's not ideal.
Is that
The
a
problem-
Vendilion Click?
There were just too many bad cards in his hand.
Yeah, like again, it's too easy to draw bad cards in the first game.
Yeah.
Like, you can't stop yourself from drawing all of them.
Click is nice because you can click himself and bottom a bad card.
Well, it's also just a phenomenal card when the turn they go off.
Yeah.
Like you get to a certain mana point where if you click them and click away the Infernal Tutor.
Yeah.
Perhaps when they're just short of 5 mana or 4 mana. If you do it, yeah, before they hit 4 mana, then it's fine.
Mm.
There's certain choke points based on when the ad nauseam player casts their spells.
Right.
I think right now Todd is deciding when he wants to cast this probe, since he's just pretty like he really does need to just find a Infernal Tutor and he can win now, drawing the second Lion's Eye Diamond.
Yeah.
Is that a click? Snapcaster? There's a creature on top.
Couldn't quite get a good look. Looks like
I can't tell. I believe it's a creature though. And just a pass from Dan. Yeah, 2
That's-
clicks.
yeah,
That's
2 clicks.
pretty excellent. Another Dark Ritual drawn for Todd. Yeah, he's just infinite mana right now.
two clicks is a little awkward.
Yeah. You can click one away.
That's true.
Plus, you can pitch the other one to Force of Will.
Okay.
It's not the worst.
He also just like play another and like maintain the same clock, but also like click himself.
Yeah.
Like bottom the Swords to Plowshares or something.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think second click is just like very reasonable. Anything is better than like a Terminus.
Terminus,
Or a
yeah.
Swords to Plowshares. Also, it's not clear what deck Todd is on right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in Dan's seat, you're about to find out.
It's always one of those weird tensions because like it's such a small room.
Yes.
You know, everyone might know what everyone's playing.
Yeah.
We don't know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They might have just sat on opposite side of the room all night.
Yeah.
I found that personally, I usually don't know when other people are playing because my rounds take longer than a lot of other people's.
Yeah, you're a
Just
very
'cause
slow player.
My deck is slow.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm also not
It's like-
the fastest player.
It's a combination.
Yes. A happy combination
That's what's been I'd say that's been my biggest challenge playing this Grixis deck in Modern.
is what.
Slow. It's a
Yeah.
slow deck.
Yeah.
But I like that.
You have to take a lot of turns.
It's fantastic.
You get to do a lot of things. Yeah.
We have an end step top from Dan. I believe he's just let Todd keep his cards. There's no reason to take any of these. Like, they're all the same card.
That looked like Fetchland, Caracas.
Ooh, Caracas.
Is that Stoneforge Mystic Teacher? No, that's
No.
Caracas.
I believe he still has a Terminus in his hand.
Caracas plus Click is...
A potent combo.
That could do some work here.
I would agree. There's an attack for 3, putting Todd down to 14. He's probed once and he's fetched once. Yes, this should put him to 14. Seems like Dan's going to be in a pretty good position here, and he's just going to. I think this might be a click targeting himself.
Yeah.
He's just going to pass. I think, or he just might just draw step at every single turn.
He could.
Honestly, don't hate that at all. Ooh, Todd draw the best card he could have drawn.
Brainstorm?
Absolutely.
To hide stuff?
I think so. I think you just brainstorm in response here.
Seems okay.
Like,
So Todd deciding here what he wants to do. It looks like he is going to brainstorm in response.
he's going to cast Brainstorm. Dan's going to say Resolves. I would recommend Todd picking up these cards. This is important.
Yeah, definitely want to hide
And so Dan's telling you.
hide what's going on here.
I think the only card you probably hide on top. You probably just put the Ponder on top. I think he's hiding Ponder something. Probe.
So,
I don't think
he
you
showed
want
all mana.
Yeah. So Dan's just gonna say keep it. I don't really love this. I think you want to keep the Probe because I think you want to draw into the Ponder
Yeah.
and like cast the Ponder this turn. And like this way, like what's awkward now is that he like has to keep this land.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you want this land in your hand.
Likely not. I think Dan's gonna realize, like, there's no reason to really take any of this mana.
No.
Everything's redundant.
Yes, everything is effectively the same card at this point.
Yeah.
Like you can't take him off one specific item
Yeah.
in the combo.
So what's the point of taking any of them?
Yeah, Todd might as well be showing a hand of 6 of the same card.
Right.
So I don't think it really matters here.
Yep.
Plus, he still has his clock. Like I do think Dan clicking every turn is great, though. I think it's going to be
solid.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard for Todd to win through that. I mean,
Yeah, when Todd's power cards are all sorceries.
yeah. I mean, I think Todd can still definitely win if he just if he finds something next turn, or just basically before Dan draws a Force of Will,
Yeah.
or of course kills him. I see an activation up top. There's a Brainstorm, which is okay. And Dan going to play Flooded Strand and pass. The click here is going to be quite good, just as far as that second click, just for being a blue card.
Yeah.
So if he's able to shuffle away the stuff with Flooded Strand and find a Force in the top 3 cards, he can Force of Will something like an Infernal Tutor or an Ad Nauseam.
Sure. Not totally sure where we are in terms of the game right now.
I think Todd is
Oh.
deciding to shuffle away his cards.
Isn't Ponder on top?
I think Gitaxian Probe was on top.
Okay.
And this is sort of the awkward part about like the way Todd sequenced.
Yeah.
So because he did it like this, he's sort of subject to whatever Dan decides is going to happen.
Yeah.
But if he kept the Probe and then the Ponder on top, then Dan is tasked with either taking the Probe and drawing you into the Ponder, or you just cast the Probe, get into the Ponder, cast Ponder, and then try and kill him that turn. Like if you
Gross.
find exactly Infernal Tutor, you win.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see what's going to happen. Because right now, as it stands, Dan is just going to click him every single draw step.
Yep.
So here's a draw. Is Dan going to do nothing?
Is that another Lion's Eye Diamond?
Yeah. The third Lion's Eye Diamond. And if Todd's
that-
going to pass, then he has to discard the
He
hand
does
size.
indeed. Yeah, so he's probably going to want to either play out his land or play out one of the LEDs instead of passing there. I think Phil is informing our players right now that he did in fact have to discard last turn. And Dan telling Todd that he can, go ahead and pick up his hand at this point. Yeah. So this situation seems pretty solid for Dan. He needs to hit him 3 more times, I believe.
Did he attack again
I guess
this
he,
turn?
brought him down to 7, so 3 more times.
We can just hope Todd cracks a fetch land somewhere in here.
Yeah.
So, Dan 2 Swords to Flashers. That's exactly what you want here.
It's not ideal.
Dan's able to find something like a counterbalance here. Ooh, that's a great
It's
one.
Counterspell.
I think that's
and
just going to lock it up.
Counterspell Jace Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah, so he can float the counterspell and next turn play a Jace, Fate Seal, and that'll probably get the game. I think Werewolf Stop Me is great.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a decent competitive deck, but I do know it's great.
It is cool. It plays Handweir Watchkeep, right?
Yep, it is. It does play Handweir Watchkeep.
It plays a lot of Innistrad cards, which I'm totally supporting.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
Sign me up. I love Innistrad cards.
Werewolf Stompy, it's a Blood Moon deck. It's like
It's a Blood Moon, Chalice of the Void, Trinisphere deck, right? with like a bunch of Cavern Souls.
Yeah, it's typically mono red.
Yeah.
They're trying to turn one something like Blood Moon.
It's Stompy. Stompy is a traditional term for monocolored like prison decks.
Yeah.
Like stuff like Sea Stompy was the
It's mono blue.
mono blue prison deck with like Sea Drake
Yeah.
and there was another one. I don't remember what the other one
I
was.
don't.
Some
Serendipity?
I
Is
don't-
that the one?
No, it was a 4/4. It's like something else. I don't remember.
Something Efreet?
Yeah,
maybe?
just some
I don't know.
undercosted blue beater. Sea Drake was one of them. Yeah, you have to like return 2 lands, but you cast it off Ancient Tomb and like a Mox.
Yeah.
And you actually can't.
It's like an all-in deck. You're playing like Chrome Mox. You're playing the Spirit Guide as well, I believe.
There's.
I've seen
What Spirit Guide would you play?
Simian Spirit Guide. Sorry.
In your mono blue
Not-
deck?
No. In the red version. Sorry, the chat's talking about the red version.
Yeah.
I've seen versions more recently with like Sarkin or
Sarkin.
Stormbreath Dragon
My
or any dragon basically, because you're accelerating all this mana, so you also want some payoff to kill them quickly after you Blood Moon them. Also, you're commonly playing Chalice of the Void since you're playing a Soul Land deck.
Here's Counterbalance, and Todd's gonna pack it in.
It's somewhat akin to like playing Mud. I think Mud is a better.
It's just like a less streamlined version of those decks. I think, a lot of time.
I think the threat base in Mud might be a little more powerful. Also, you have a little more interaction.
You go way more over the top with a deck like Mud. You just
Yeah.
play like stuff like Worm. You play like way more powerful, scary cards like Worm Coil Engine and
Yeah.
Platinum Imperium and all that. But like in these decks, you play like Sarkin. Like
Yeah.
Sarkin is a mopey card compared to Worm Coil Engine.
Right.
You also you lose some of the resource denial.
You also lose Metalworker.
Yeah, Metalworker is so explosive. You also don't have the infinite combo,
Yeah.
which is I love the infinite combo in Mud because it just requires so little. Like it's a naturally fitting infinite combo where both cards are completely okay to draw on their own.
Yeah. You're
Staff
playing.
a little less.
Yeah,
so.
you're playing one card that's a little questionable, but you're already playing 4 Metalworkers.
Yeah, like Metalworker is insane in your deck.
Yeah.
Already. Yeah. I have seen Rebel Master in that deck.
Oh.
Instigator Gang is a 1-turn clock. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Rambo Genius.
Goblin.
Jesus.
Freudian slip right there. Wait, is there really what's your Instigator Gang?
Yeah, definitely look up Instigator Gang. That card was a bomb in limited.
Oh my god, was this card a bomb? I don't mean to look this card up to mess with what's going on in this match,
You gotta
but
flip it. Gotta flip it.
no, you're not. You don't even need to flip this card for it to be absurd.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess it is. That front part is really good with Goblin Rabble Master.
Let's look at Wild Blood Pack.
Oh, Jesus. That's a lot better with Rabble Master.
Yeah, you just play this and you Rabble Master, and then they just die.
Wow.
They are just dead. Swings for 20?
Forget everything that we said about Mud. Just play this. This is sweet.
Goodness.
That kills them real dead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. With 3 tokens, it's 16 damage. If you flip this
Not
guy.
counting itself.
Not with this not attacking.
Yeah.
Oh, with this attacking, it's like
They're dead.
it's actual.
They're
infinite.
very, very dead.
You should give up. Pack it in.
Wild Blood Pack.
Instigator.
This card was obnoxious and limited.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there was pretty good removal in that format.
It was great removal. There's
Yeah.
plenty of great removal. This one was very annoying in some decks because you just like if you're playing a white deck,
Yeah.
you couldn't kill that
Yeah,
card.
the green-white deck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You could race it, which is
Maybe.
aggressive.
yeah.
Travel
Common
preparation.
Bond?
Travel preparation.
Travel prep. Sorry.
Close. One of these is way better than
Common
the
Bond
other.
was the block after. My bad.
Yeah. Fun block after was it RTR?
I think it was RTR.
Yeah. I know it was RTR, but RTR was the block after.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Innistrad might have been the format I drafted the most ever.
Same here.
Yeah.
Actually, I would say it definitely was.
Yeah.
I drafted it every single week.
Triple Innistrad.
Yeah, I think usually twice.
Yeah, it was right when I was getting back into the game as like competitively, not just playing with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I didn't really have like I had sold all my cards in high school, which
Yeah.
because I was a smart kid.
Yeah,
And yeah, so draft was like my way of getting back into the game.
same. I mean, when that was like my. When did Innistrad come out? 2000. When is it? 2011.
2011. I
Yeah.
think.
So that's like when I was about done with, when I like finished college.
Yeah. Same here.
And I was like working in Boston, and I would just
It was a little bit. Yeah.
I would say
It was 2012, maybe.
something
No,
like that.
11.
No,
You're
I
right.
think it
You're
was
right.
11. But I would say I focused my social life on. I would go to work.
Yeah.
I would, work till 5:36.
Good job.
I would hop on my bike straight down whatever that big street was in the middle of like downtown Massachusetts that had the
Com
bridge.
Ave?
No,
No?
like across the bridge.
Oh, I didn't really live over there.
It was like right. It was like by the Prudential Center.
Okay.
Anyways, you go straight down that bridge, cross the river, go straight to my local card shop, and I draft Innistrad.
Nice.
And I did it.
Pandemonium.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pandemonium.
Ooh.
Pandemonium books and games.
Turn 1 Grafdigger's Cage versus Ant.
It's fine.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just for Past in Flames.
Yes, it only shuts off one card in the deck. It shuts off one of the best cards in the deck,
Yeah.
and like sort of an avenue for kill. But let me tell you how good Ad Nauseam is against mid-range blue decks.
Yeah.
Just great, especially decks like this that just can't really pressure you.
Mm-hmm.
First pick and treat. Oh my goodness. Let's see what we got here. Todd has a Flooded Strand, and now he's trying to figure out what he wants to do here. He has a Duress. He has a Brainstorm. Duress is going to be great basically at any point. He's just going to lead with it.
Ooh.
Ooh, we have another Graveyard Hate spell.
Thank you, Gabby Sparts, for hosting us.
Yeah, what's up, Gabby? All right, so we've got a hand of Rest in Peace, Force of Will, Brainstorm, Tundra, Sensei's Divining Top, and Spell Pierce. This is a pretty stacked hand from Dan.
Totally.
I think you are.
Lots of interaction points.
Yeah, I think you have to take the Force of Will.
Multiple Graveyard Hate cards.
Yeah, at this point, you just gotta accept that your graveyard's not gonna be great this game. Like your Cabal Rituals and your Past in Flames are just dead cards at this point.
Thank you, Gabby, for hosting us on your stream.
Them Vipers.
Just a little shout out to Gabby. We did the modern commentary last Wednesday.
Yeah, you guys killed it.
Very enlightening.
Enlightening for you?
Yes.
Yeah, you're not great.
Gabby's a lot better than me.
Correct.
As is Andrew Beckstrom, one of her best friends.
Correct.
I like him too.
These are your friends.
Yeah. Helping
Let's
me
see.
prepare for Columbus in a few weeks.
Good.
Hopefully I won't embarrass myself.
We need help
Yep.
because we're both bad.
I am going to lose so much standard. It's
Yeah.
going to be horrible.
Alright.
Standard is always my downfall.
Pretty excellent draw from Dan there, Ponder. I think he's going to lead with the top, though. You don't really need to fire off the Ponder this early. We could just manipulate top of your deck and hit your land drops.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like
Makes sense.
Todd drawing for the turn. Looks like he just drew another land. 4 lands is a little too many, but he does have Brainstorm to reset a little bit. It'll be interesting to see if he plays a land preemptively to blink that Spell Pierce, because this Brainstorm is very important to resolve.
Right. Gabby asked me in the chat if I've picked a deck yet. So I built a Tarka Red. I'm probably just going to play tokens, though, because I'm stubborn. Also, I really like winning with that deck. It's so much fun when you win. Of course, you lose a lot, but who cares?
All right, so Todd casting Brainstorm draws a couple. He draws 1 land, a Cabal Therapy, and something else. Not sure what the third card is. I think he's just going to put back these 2 lands, though. This will make his entire hand spells and put him in a reasonably good spot to fight through what Dan's presenting. This Cabal Therapy will be able to take care of the Spell Pierce at some point if he deems it necessary.
Right.
But I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna be able to cast the Ad Nauseam this turn. I think you want to wait until you can actually cast the Ad Nauseam to cast the Therapy.
Okay.
Like you want to. A lot of times people playing Storm tend to fire off their discard spells very early.
Yeah.
But it's not always correct. Like you want to be able to oftentimes go discard spell kill you,
Right.
or discard spell something very powerful.
Yeah.
So we'll see
You
how
have
it is.
to create the opening, not
Yes.
just like create an opening several turns before you need it to be there.
Yeah, like a lot of times, usually a sign of weakness for me for a hand, if I'm playing say against Storm,
Yeah.
is them just going turn 1 Duress. Like that.
Not turn 1 Ponder.
Yeah, not turn 1 Ponder, not turn 1 Preordain.
Yeah.
Not Sensei's Divine Top or something like that. I'd say the scariest play is turn 1 Brainstorm, because that usually means you're dead.
Warmac, indeed, there was a draw involved. Not exactly sure.
I was talking to Todd earlier about this. He hasn't been playing the deck for too long, and this is a pretty punishing deck.
Yeah. I played tested a couple tournaments. I came pretty close to getting a draw.
I think you told me that your claim was that you very easily 4-0'd your first time and then
Correct.
couldn't win ever again.
Yeah, I think I did not win a game in the second tournament that I played with it.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I think I only lost one game in the first tournament. Or no, I think I lost one game in each round in the first tournament. So I just got extremely lucky.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Hit the exact right parts of variance.
Yes.
So Todd going to draw for turn. He shuffled away those extra lands, so he's got a Ponder in tow now. Ponder's going to be pretty great here. He's in a good spot.
Yeah.
Once against what Dan is presenting, until something like a counterbalance comes down, he's sort of got free reign. No.
Ponder is not Brainstorm.
No.
So it's those two cards. Yep. All right, we can fix this.
All right.
I think both players know exactly which cards these.
We're at
Ponder is.
We're at regular. Thanks, Warmac. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm sure Todd appreciates it as well.
We're gonna have a great time driving with Warmac in Mark's clown car. So 4 people, Phil, I, Warmac, and Mark, our stream overlord, are all driving to Columbus together.
Oh yeah.
In Mark's car, which is a Fiat.
Yeah.
It's a very small car.
I'm sure several of us will just be very intimate in the back.
Yes.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
Good team bonding.
Warmac and I are going to talk about the merits of Revelark in the Merfolk sideboard the whole time.
And if they, talk too much, I'll just kill them.
Yeah.
That's great.
Just push us out the car.
We will just eject the 2 back seats.
That makes a lot of sense.
All right, so end step Brainstorm from Dan here. Guess he wants to get a couple of these dead cards back in his hand. This Rest in Peace is just not necessary at this point.
Yeah.
Given that he already has the Grafdigger's Cage. It has some value. Shutting off the Threshold on Cabal Ritual, it does have some merit.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it's relatively unexciting.
Always looking for merit in Legacy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Looks like Dan has found a Pyroblast on top of his deck. Pyroblast is such a interesting card against Storm. Not interesting, it's just very narrow.
You have to really be eager to fire it off whenever possible.
Just cast it. Throw it out there.
Anything.
Brainstorm? Nope. Well, Brainstorm is the best.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
preordained.
any sort of attrition that you can squeeze out of it is
Yeah.
fantastic.
I've said this pretty often, but Storm is a deck that operates on card quantity a lot more than people realize. So when people start fighting over the cantrips, it becomes just significantly more difficult to combo
Right.
without some bigger spell.
Like
so,
Ad Nauseam.
Yeah,
some catch-up card.
Exactly. Top is pretty great here. Top is actually one of the better cards against the counterbalance deck.
Yep.
Letting you manipulate your draws without actually casting any spells.
Yeah.
Not running them face first into counterbalance.
Yeah, Crimson Viper. Gabby Sparts is a local Chicago grinder player.
Mm-hmm.
She's friends with all of us. She plays at MTG Card Markets. I mean, it's like her local store. And yeah, we all play in a lot of the same tournaments. We all know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we are not all of the Legacy crowd here plays other formats.
No.
We happen to be some of those players who
Correct.
also, play Limited and Standard and Modern. So, yeah, I mean, I've driven to a lot of GPs and SCGs with Gabby and her husband and Andrew Beckstrom,
All the peoples.
all good guys. And her stream's great. Definitely check it out.
So Todd casting or end step activating top. I see that he has brought in Surgical Extraction, which is a little unconventional for this matchup. But his top is stacked. There's his other 2 cards were Infernal Tutor and Lines of Diamond.
Yeah.
Let's see what Todd decides to draw this turn. He decides to draw the Infernal Tutor. I think at this point, you probably want to probe to see what's up with Dan's hand. He's seen a lot of new cards since the last time you looked at his hand, so you probably are going to want to get that information. And I think Dan might Pyroblast this. We'll see what he decides to do.
Apo Dionysus. Yeah, this is, I think, in terms of card shops having coverage, we're one of the few streams that actually has commentary as well. A lot of places just, set up a feed of a feature match table. But yeah, I mean, we're glad that we can actually talk about the games that are happening as well, because it's super valuable for learning Legacy.
Absolutely, especially because Star City Games, they were sort of the big progenitor of Legacy content.
Yeah.
As far as streams go, and since they've sort of moved into the more like GP style open format,
Yeah.
there just isn't as much Legacy
Right.
Available. So we're filling the gap.
Yep. And we definitely like to talk about Legacy.
Oh, yeah. We certainly like to talk.
Yeah. To each other sometimes.
So, looks like Todd is therapying away the Spell Pierce, which I don't particularly love. I don't think you can really leave Dan with Counterspell.
Probably not.
Not sure what the interest is in leaving him with that over the Spell Pierce.
Yeah. It's hard to cast, but
I mean, not really.
with Stoneforge, there's no real incentive to tap low at a relevant time.
Yeah.
To make Counterspell awkward here.
Yeah, the Stoneforge has the benefit of just being able to leave up mana to sort of throw these into play whenever
Yeah,
you need them.
card's pretty good.
I did see Chef Curry, Mr. Warmack. Chef Curry serving up the spicy meatballs.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it. Just basketball.
Okay.
Just basketball
Oh,
talk.
sorry.
I'll stop talking about basketball for now and start focusing on Magic.
All right.
We'll talk about it later, Warmack.
Yeah. Talk about it in the car in 2
forever.
weeks.
But not until then.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the more annoying aspects of Batterskull versus Storm is the life game means you have to Storm for 2 more every time.
Yep.
And that is not always possible.
It's also it's harder to do, especially with the graveyard hate, right? Like
Yeah.
one of the easier ways to get a really really high storm count would be Past in Flames.
Absolutely. Like you can get almost arbitrarily high storm counts with
Yeah.
Past in Flames. In any sufficiently long game, it's pretty easy to do that.
Yeah. Grafdigger's Cage, it's just going to be completely impossible for
like,
Todd to do.
I've been in situations where I've stormed for as much as I think I stormed for 22
Yeah.
against a Children of Corliss.
Okay.
For those unaware,
That's not enough.
yeah, it is.
Right?
It's 21 is enough.
Oh. Wait.
I'll let you work it out.
Wait.
21 copies.
Oh, 21 copies. Okay.
Oh,
Sorry. Yeah.
No, yeah. 44 damage.
The interaction is that they're going to let all of the storm copies resolve, except the one that's going to kill them. Then
Yeah.
they sack Children of Corliss with the remaining copies on the stack,
Yep.
gaining all that life they just lost right back.
They can gain at most like 18.
Yeah.
And that's like 9 copies, so you need 10 more. Like 19 copies. Is
It
usually
depends
enough.
like what life total they were at to start with.
Usually they're not at more than 20.
Right.
Anyways, Todd gonna end step fetch untap. See what he's got going here. He's gonna lead with the duress. This is gonna be able to snipe that counterspell at least. Geoducks. I cannot explain why so many Magic players are into basketball without just the obvious explanation of it's awesome. It's great. I love basketball.
It might have something to do with like advanced metrics being really popular in basketball.
I doubt that.
Yeah, probably
I
not.
very much doubt that.
People being
that was
into math.
If that
I
was
don't know.
if that was all it took, then I think Magic players would have been like super into baseball. For
That's
like
all
while.
right. That's a great point. What
Right.
if I'm super into baseball? I'm just less vocal about it.
That would be surprising.
It's also less cool to be into baseball than basketball, I think, at this point.
Basketball is like the coolest sport right now.
I'm a pretty big fan of hockey. It's really exciting.
It is really exciting. It's like
The games are so fun to watch.
yeah, like why watch playoff hockey when you could just like snort 7 lines of cocaine?
Yeah,
Like,
well, it's kind of like the same thing, but one's better for your health.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's really intense. Anyways, magic is happening. Todd is going off here. He's led with Dark Ritual, and he's casting a couple Lion's Eye Diamonds here. I believe Dan has floated Flusterstorm on top of his deck.
Okay. Seems good.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Sometimes you can just generate more mana than it matters.
Yeah.
Flusterstorm's clearly not nailing any of these cards. Nope.
LED helps.
I should not be telling him to do these things, but
Talk through the screen, Phil.
don't want to activate those until you put a spell in the stack.
I'm envisioning you like Obi-Wan Kenobi, just the budding storm player's Jedi Master, haunting their dreams.
I think I would be much less wise and much more abrasive.
Yeah, maybe more like Yoda,
Yeah.
like the sassy Yoda.
I can see that. I think right now Dan is explaining how LED is working with putting cards in the stack.
Yeah, you can't announce the spell and then sack the LEDs to pay for the spells.
Yeah. Todd, obviously, Geodux, he does not have a Grim Tutor main. I actually looked at his list before this. He doesn't own a Grim Tutor, like most people who have, like, normal salaries. But he has one top main.
Right.
He flipped a top on top of his deck earlier.
I think the Grim Tutor in people's Storm decks is sort of like the bench, like the indication that they're really committed to playing a lot of Storm.
I actually had a interesting moment when I was in Atlantic City for the Grand Prix, and I met like another like Storm player.
Yeah.
And we just like ended up having like a Storm conversation. It was
Yeah.
very strange. It was like how you were talking about earlier, how you had like a long conversation about Thalia and
Yes.
like White Weenie.
Yes.
Whereas like we were like sitting there talking about like the merits of the second Past in Flames and like the GP winning list and its intricacies. And it was just as bad as your conversation. I
Yeah.
would say. All right, so we have Ad Nauseam being cast here.
The Danish like to call it mono white control.
I'm aware.
It's
I'm
great.
aware.
It is great. Oh, I needed to mention this to you. What's his name? Tom Ross wrote an article today on Star City, and he posted. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
We have an ad nauseum on the stack, or resolving currently.
Todd currently at 9. This is the 5th spell cast this turn.
To make it brief, Tom Ross posted a Death and Taxes list in his article of his own creation, and he said he thinks it's one of
7?
the best positioned decks for
6?
this weekend, which I agree with because the deck's sick.
5.
But
4-3.
I would not personally recommend his exact list. He had Orum's Chant in his sideboard.
Woo!
2 copies. Was only playing 2 Ethersworn Canonists. If you want more things to hate on Omnitel, play 4 Ethersworn Canonist, then go from there. Do not play Orum's Chant in your Thalia deck. Please don't do it. Yeah.
For as far as Sensei's Divine Top and Ad Nauseam, it's a very good way at fighting against
Discard.
and counterbalance.
Yeah.
That's the reason you'll generally see it in these decks.
You can also do some cool things with just setting up your Infernal Tutor.
Yes, so like I've been in situations where I've like had Infernal Tutor in hand and had second Infernal Tutor on top.
Yeah.
And like I go for it, they counter it, I flip my top and play a second one and kill them. It doesn't happen too often. It's pretty corner case, but it's a surprisingly potent card in the deck.
You also do some cool stuff with Ad Nauseam, right?
Yes.
Sort of.
Not really.
No.
No.
Nothing there.
My goal is to just never cast Ad Nauseam.
Okay. Fair enough.
So we see an Infernal Tutor being cast here. I don't know if he's revealing anything.
Captain, are you talking about driving into Chicago to play in one of our tournaments? Because you should totally do that. There's parking some places.
Isn't there parking around here? I don't know.
There's usually spots.
We don't drive.
Yeah.
Well, we don't own cars. I drive. You don't drive.
I do not have a driver's license.
Correct.
I used to have a learner's permit, but it expired.
A mere peasant.
Yeah.
Has no idea what he's doing.
In New York City, I swer to God, there are a lot of people that don't have driver's licenses in New York City.
It's true. Yeah, you're right. You live 13 hours from Chicago. I wouldn't recommend driving.
You should probably drive.
Yes, the Crimson, the SCG this weekend is Legacy, SCG Worcester.
It's going to be awesome. I'm going to try to watch a lot.
It's going to be a little awkward. I think, I don't know if Todd is aware that he has to storm for more.
I love how good SCG's commentary is for those Legacy events, too.
It's great.
Cedric,
it's really great.
All 3 of them really know the format well.
Yeah.
Because they covered it so much, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Here's the Flusterstorm on all the copies, and that's going to be the game. Really, really well played by Dan, I got to say. Like, I think there was a valiant last-ditch effort for Todd there.
Yeah.
But Dan definitely kept his composure. Floating that Flusterstorm was just excellent for him.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross is the word.
Absolutely. That was a sweet match, though.
I agree.
But yeah, for those looking for more, I like saying that this week it's gonna be Miracles, Mirrors, and Jim Davis thinking.
It's gonna be fantastic.
I'm excited to watch Jim Davis think for a long time on some ponders.
I hope Dave Shields goes back to playing Death and Taxes.
He might.
It'll make me really
Would you
happy.
say that he's going to ponder them?
That's what they said. I just changed it. I hate it.
Good job,
Anyways.
Chad.
There are a couple people. There are a couple people on the SCG of the SCG grinders that are just that I find personally frustrating to watch play. Like I cannot watch Jim Davis play.
Why?
So slow.
He is a little
He's
slow.
the slowest player I've ever seen. Him and Stephen Mann
also a
should
little slow.
should just get 1,000 warnings for slow play.
They get
1,000.
They get some.
I played against Stephen Mann once, and I was playing like Storm versus Rug Delver, and our match just like took way too long. He was
Yeah.
like, play faster, man. Is that what you could do? Like, besides anything short of calling a judge. And for the most part, it's not as bad as I think it is. I'm just like one of those guys who really likes seeing faster play. But
Yeah.
what can I say?
You like me. You like the way I play.
Yeah, I just sit there and just like egg you on a lot.
Yeah.
It's great.
And when I offer my deck for you to cut, you just push it over.
The next time you offer your deck to me in the tournament, I'm just gonna 69 it. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
completely just flip all the cards. You're gonna be furious.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I've had people do that to me in top 8s. That's not nice. It's really tilting.
It's pretty rude.
Yeah, should have snap called a judge on him, right?
Yeah. Screw that.
In any case, but yeah, that was sweet. We had a good stream tonight.
4 rounds.
Yeah, 4 rounds, solid legacy action.
Bug Delver won the day.
Are you the champion?
How'd you do?
Yeah, I beat Mud.
So you
All
4-0.
right. Oh, you beat Mud.
4-0.
His Abrupt Key seems very good against that deck.
Yeah, it's good. Wasteland's good.
Oh,
Goyf is
so
good.
good.
Yeah.
All your cards are good.
All my cards are great, like, except for maybe
Wow.
Deathrite Shaman. It's a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah, isn't Goyf like a 6/7 in that matchup?
Yep.
If
I
Death,
did-
You had a 7/8 today.
Yeah, I did.
You had a
if Deathrite's the
7/8
worst card in your deck in a matchup, that's a good sign, right?
Yeah, it's
Is it?
good.
It's still Birds of Paradise.
We're gonna leave Instigator Gang up here.
I think.
Yeah, I noticed that was not changing.
I did
Yeah.
beat a Platinum Imperium in game 1. That was interesting. I had to
Wow.
like Liliana of the Veil.
Oh,
I had to like
God, that card
minus
seems
Oh,
really
wow.
to kill it with off the Forge Master, then chump block with Deathrite Shaman to get Liliana up to 2 again, then tossed her away to get like to kill the Imperium, and then I hit him twice with the Delver.
You heard it here first, folks. Bug Delver taking down Platinum Imperium.
That's gross.
Let's just pull up our good friend Platinum Imperium one more time.
Yeah, I should do that. Wow, that's impressive.
I can't believe we saw as much of this card as we did tonight. But this
It
card's
really was
awesome.
on camera a lot.
It was a beating.
It was quite good. It was
was
also
sweet.
quite good when it was stolen by a Dak Vaden.
Oof. I gotta say, yeah, nothing better than the Platinum Imperium that you don't have to cast. Like, it doesn't even have to do something silly like Telemann Performance.
When Dak Vaden nets you a Platinum Imperium and a Wormcoil Engine,
That's literally living the dream.
it's pretty good.
Not bad.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all. Pretty great.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna start wrapping things up. I gotta
Yeah, I
go to
think-
bed.
Do
Good
you?
job, Ned. Yeah,
Sleepy Greg.
I'm gonna sleep on the floor over here.
Great. This is
yeah.
where you live.
This has been a good stream.
You're there now.
4 rounds. MTG Card Market, we want to thank them for being our hosts.
Yeah.
If you are going to GP Vegas, like the other 7,000 plus people who've already pre-registered,
Oh my God.
they are going to be vendors there. They
Mm-hmm.
have VIP vendor spot number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they got to pick prime real estate. So
You guys got cards you don't want? Sell them to them.
yeah, or go like buy dual lands.
Or,
Whatever.
or buy new lands. Do
Yeah.
whatever you want. Just,
do what you want.
You know what you should do more than anything else. You should go up to them, say and tell them you like the stream. That's what they
Yeah.
want to hear more than anything else.
Specifically me.
Yeah.
Like just say my name.
Say Gregory Schaefer
Yeah.
is my hero.
and like maybe get rid of Phil.
Can we have a Greg versus Phil match? No.
I usually lose to Phil because most of the decks I play are bad against Phil.
That or you're just like you're really good at losing to me in testing.
I just lose always in testing.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
period. Like,
I'm the other way around. I'm really good at testing. I'm really good at beating people so badly in testing that they tilt off the deck they want to play.
yes.
That's happened a few times.
So,
What'd you think?
regardless of not dropping lines on a diamond like I should have, in the end it didn't matter because
The Fluster Storm.
the Fluster Storm.
It was
I
gonna
never-
be hard to
I never
beat the
saw my
Fluster Storm.
Fluster- I never saw my Fluster, and even if I saw a Xanthid Swarm, I didn't have it that turn to swing.
Yeah,
So
Xanadu
not
Swarm would have
seeing
been
that
good.
earlier,
It's tough to beat Sensei's Divine Top when they have like something floating.
yeah.
There's not much you could do.
I understand, obviously, and I can't. The rest wasn't going to do anything.
No.
If it had anything he had because he was going to
Yeah.
top him.
Yeah, you needed exactly Xanadu Swarm, like the turn, like obviously a turn before to do
Right.
something. But that happens.
Or to see the miracle
Yeah.
Cluster Storm.
Something
one-
like
one
that.
of that I ran.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. We shout out to Gabby Sparks for coming in, hosting
Yeah.
some viewers. Shout out to South Florida Magic as always.
Totally.
And shout out to MTG Card Market.
And the Brainstorm show.
Yeah,
Don't want to forget them.
absolutely not.
Did you guys do the raffle?
We did. And
Was
we
it
are.
just the man, or did you have something else?
We
just
just
had
did the
Matt
match.
today.
Yeah, but thank you again.
Thank you. Yeah. TX Rager.
So thank you
Hey.
to
Everyone in
TX
the
Ranger,
chat.
Todd Wilson. Hop on
yeah.
over.
Super fan.
Yeah.
I normally play lands and pox type stuff, so that was totally a first.
There you go.
So,
It's good to try things out to get different perspectives.
It is not an easy deck to pilot.
No.
It is a very tough deck to
but I
pilot.
think that first game, I just saw too much mana. I wasn't allowed.
Oh
to
yeah,
do.
you saw all lands. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good night, and we'll see you next Wednesday for Modern at 7:30 here at MTG Card Market.
Give us Mark to get his car fixed.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
All right. Bye bye.
Good night.